Oh my God. Hi. Oh no, I'm not here anymore. There I am. Hey, Star fam, how are we doing? Thank you all so much for being here. Child, we got a lot to talk about. This was going to be a totally different video, but so much is happening today. I'm like, well, might as well change the title of everything. So, because it's getting a little crazy in a Bravo world, don't you think? Don't you think this is going to be a totally different video? I moved the video that I was going to do today to next week because I feel like it'll probably be received better. And I felt like if I would have done that video and all this stuff was happening, you guys would only want to talk about that. So, welcome to a reality TV chat. Let's just hop right into it, child. Let's just hop right into it. The Bravo to prison pipeline is crazy, ain't it? The Bravo to prison pipeline is crazy, isn't it? And this is why I always say to those housewives, do not celebrate another housewife's demise. Don't do it. When Angel was sitting up there, having a good laugh and key about what was going on, her and Karen, about what was going on with Wendy, I was just like, don't do that. Don't do that, because you start laughing at another housewife's downfall and the IRS come a knocking and say, oh, I heard you was laughing. Clink, clink. Clink, clink. And that's exactly what Mia was doing like a month ago when all this news broke about Wendy. And here we are. Let's get right into it. Good mugshot, though. Good mugshot. I will give her that. Good mugshot. This is from Fox 5 Atlanta. Former Real Housewives of Potomac star Mia Thornton arrested in Atlanta. The brief. Mia Thornton was arrested in Atlanta and charged with larceny. Police say she's accused of stealing $11,000 worth of furniture from a furnished condo. Thornton moved to Atlanta earlier this year after leaving Bravo's reality TV show. What we know. A police report obtained by Fox 5's Tyler Fingert shows officers were searching for Phyllis Thornton, who recently moved to Atlanta after she allegedly stole furniture from a furnished rental condo where when she moved out. According to the reports, Phyllis Thornton moved out of the condo on October 28 and took $11,000 worth of furniture, including a TV, with her. The condo owner filed a report with the police through a friend on November 6th, saying Phyllis Thornton moved out in the middle of the night without notice. Phyllis Thornton was charged with larceny, officials said. She was arrested at Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport and booked into the Fulton County Jail on Wednesday, body camera footage shows. As we dig deeper, in April, Phyllis Thornton announced on Instagram that she was leaving the Real Housewives of Potomac. She appeared in 4 seasons. She says this next chapter is already full of exciting opportunities, and I can't wait to take you all along for the ride. Her Instagram bio says she founded a company called the House of Mia Moore, which, according to its website, was created to help women build companies and own, not just manage. Fox 5 has reached out to Phyllis Thornton for comment. Well, okay. And here's the video.
We stay here in the airport or you going out?
Yeah, I got to take her. Yeah, I got to take her to the precinct. Go take her to the precinct, finish up my paperwork, and then we'll take her on down. Yep, you ready?
I'll walk around. All right. Yeah, you can come out.
Ms. Thornton, you ready? How you doing? I'm Officer Hunt, City of Atlanta Police. You know you have a warrant, correct? Okay. You know what it's for? Cool. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is I'll take you back to our precinct, finish doing my paperwork, and once that's done, you have a cell phone?
No, I don't.
Okay. So we'll go back to the precinct. I'll do my paperwork, and once that's done, then I'm going to transport you to Fulton County.
Jesus.
Okay. So we just have a holding cells. We don't have like jail, just holding cells in our precinct. Okay? You want to go ahead and throw your shoes on? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead and come real fast. Thank you.
route for mental eval. Is everything okay?
Yep, come on. Good time. You want your hands, excuse me, you want your hands, hold on, relax for a second, relax. You want your hands this way or you want your hands turn inside like you're praying? You want this way? What's your way more comfortable? Okay. Let's, okay, all right, that's fine. We'll go that way. I'm gonna lock them so they don't move on you, okay? When you get to the holding cell, I'll take them back off for you so you can relax a little bit, all right? We'll probably be at our precinct for probably about 20 minutes or so I can finish doing my paperwork thing, and then we'll head out, okay? All right, bro. Okay. Go ahead this way.
Y'all give no lunch when y'all pick up the stuff y'all think of.
All right, bro, take care.
Share information for
Pardon me?
I didn't go, I just had somebody else go out there and give them the paperwork.
Is it possible to call him? He has the storage key.
Still got him, I mean,
Where, is he still in the airport?
nah, you probably left it.
Yeah, we're, where's Miss Call?
Yeah, I just want him to go put that furniture back. This is another one up. We have several emails. Whoever they telling him to put it back.
All right, bro. All right, bro. All right. So we go straight down to that wall. My precinct's right there. Keys to the cell. Thank you. Thanks, follow me. Over here. You stand right there and grab the keys. Get the keys to the cell. Thank you. You stand right out, take those clothes back off, or you can sit back down and relax for a second.
So the video kept on freezing, but it just goes on to show just pretty much the same thing. The gist of what happened was in the beginning of the video. It seems as if, from what Mia said and from what was reported by Fox 5 Atlanta, it seems as if she's saying that there's emails going back and forth about the furniture. Her and Inc. rented the condo, and I guess allegedly from the report from Fox 5 Atlanta, she moved out in the middle of the night and was leaving Atlanta. My thing is, I don't know. This is me, a Philadelphia, thinking of this. If you have a warrant for your arrest, why didn't you just drive? Where was she going? Where was that plane going? Because I'm just like, if you have a warrant for your arrest, I don't think that I would go to the airport. I don't think I would fly. Because I mean, I don't know. Were they watching her? How did they get her at the airport? And then she was saying Gordon has the key to the storage where she put the things, and she has several emails about the furniture. I'm hoping that she says that she thought that she could keep the furniture, or she was supposed to buy the furniture. I mean, for me, it doesn't make sense for her to keep the furniture if you put it in storage. Like, if you kept it, wouldn't you be moving it somewhere else and actually use it? None of this makes sense. Like the whole decision making. If you're renting a furnished condo, unless you've made an agreement to buy that furniture or that the furniture comes with you, you should not be touching that furniture. And here's the thing. If she does have an agreement with the owner that the furniture is hers, she has a good case, because this is just all so uncalled for if that is the case. But there's still so many holes, so many things that we just do not know. We just do not know. And it's so unfortunate, but I'm just like, it got so bad that you had a warrant and you knew you had a warrant. Why were you flying? Girl, I would have took a train or got an Uber. OMG. I mean, just to get out of Atlanta. You knew you had a warrant. So this got that bad to this point where the owner had to file a police report. And you said there were emails. You said that you were in communication with this person. So, this sucks. This sucks. Am I moving slow for you guys? I feel like I'm moving slow for me. Let me know. Am I perfect? Because I feel a little delayed. Huh? Oh, really? Okay, so it's just on my end. Okay, no problem. Well, that's all I have to say about this situation with Mia. I will say this is really unfortunate, right? And that's why I was like, do not laugh at another person's demise, because you have no idea what is coming for you. And here's the thing. If you were sitting there laughing at Wendy and making all those posts about all those things that were going on with her, you had a warrant out for your arrest. Why were you talking down on that woman and you had a warrant? What is going on? What is going on with the Bravo girls? Mia, this is crazy. You're a mother. And it seems like she got arrested with her son. Come on, girl. You got to do better than this. This is just disappointing and it's upsetting. I hope that she's able to fix it so that she doesn't actually have to go to prison. I don't think it'll get that bad. I think, she says that Gordon has the key to the storage and he could just go get the furniture. So I feel like when the furniture is returned, this will be over. But my God, today, this seems like this was preventable, sis. It seems like it was preventable. That's all I have to say. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into the comments. You know what? Maybe it's on my end. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to close some stuff. I have too many things open. Maybe that's what it is. Because like my computer is freezing for me. Might I suggest you don't mess with my sis? Child, I have far too many things open. All these freaking articles that I'm reading about this Bravo mess. All right, I'm almost ready. We close two more. Poor computer's doing overtime. All right. That's good enough. Let's get into the comments. There we go. All right. Sorry, guys. My computer was moving a little slow for me. So I'm just like, let me fix this right now. We have a super chat. Thank you so much from Johnny's Acting Channel. Johnny's Acting Channel says, my girl Nikki has been hustling. I love to see it. By the way, your hair is gorgeous. Tell Mama Star I miss her. Thank you so much. And I think Mama Star is on here. So thank you so much, Johnny. Oh, I have my clicker. I finally found my clicker. Thank you, Johnny. Let me get into the other comments. Oh my God. Oh, I thought it was Friday. Happy pre-Friday. Please do not stress me out. I'm like, I'm avoiding this weekend so heavy because this is it. This is the calm before the storm, y'all. Hey, Spency. Spency said, hey, NikkiNicoleStar fam. I just watched the explanation from PORSCHA. She did nothing wrong. That white lady is racist and looking for a handout. We're about to get into it. Potomac is there's just so much going on with them. My God, today. Thank you for being here, Toya Star. Toya Star said, hey, Star family, thanks for always supporting NikkiStar TV. Yes. And thank you for always supporting NikkiStar TV. Oh. What is going on with my computer? You guys are saying everything's fine, but it's looking real weird for me on my end. Oh, Lord. What is going on? No, it's me. I know it's fine for you guys. It's me. Like my computer's going really, really slow. Hold on. Let me just close some stuff. I think I probably got too many things open. I hate Apple products because here I'm not upgrading my computer, Apple. I am not upgrading. We are keeping it as is. Absolutely not. Listen, I got enough terabytes. I'm not buying nothing else. We're good. Okay, back to the comments. Mama Star's here. Mama Star said, hey, Star family. Hope all is well with you all. Let's have some fun and some good laughs. Amen. Thank you, Mama. Spency said, I'm so excited to hear your thoughts on the Danish deception I just finished watching like 20 minutes ago. Ciao. Johnny's Acting Channel said, hey, Queen Nikki, I miss you so much. I'm proud of your hustle because Bravo got you busy. Sure do. Everybody trying to get arrested before Christmas. Hey, Boogie, thank you for being here. Hey, Drewski. Oh, there it is. Juicy said, hey, cousin, hey, fam, girl, not the P. The Real Housewives of Potomac becoming prison in real time. This is a mess. Hannah said, I've heard that Danish thing, but don't know exactly what happened. Oh, we're going to get into it. Asher said, there it is. Asher said, frankly, the Mia thing, no shade, but it was coming soon. We all knew there was something off. It's just keeping up with the Joneses. It really, really is. But I'm just like, why keep that lady's furniture? What is going on? And I guess because the lady is in China, so a friend actually had to file a police report for them because they do not live in America. So maybe she thought she could get away with it because the person isn't in America. But listen, they got help. They got help. Hannah said, allegedly. Hannah said a lot of housewives from other mainly white cities also went to jail. Oh, they started it. Everybody in Bravo is a criminal. Teresa was the biggest one. Elias Legality Reality said, proving new wealth is unattainable without illegal means. Absolutely. We all know this. Like, nobody in the rich, the 1%, none of them worked hard to get where they're at. They all scammed. They're scammers and frauds. Look at the president. Scammed his way to the presidency. None of them work for that stuff. They put that on us. the poor and working class to make us think that it's not attainable. They scammed. Asher said exactly, Nikki, don't laugh at someone's failure. Ashley should watch that mouth of hers. Listen, that's why she got to write with Wendy and apologize. That's why she got to write with Wendy. Drewski said, and didn't Mia say that Wendy was the only castmate? Oh. And didn't Mia say that Wendy was the only castmate to check on her? Karma got you, girl. Yeah, and like her and Ashley were just running to like make comments, like shady comments about this whole situation. And I'm just like, listen, I am no way, you know, if Eddie and Wendy are, if they did these things, I'm no way defending that, but I'm just like, I'm not going to celebrate it either. I'm not going to celebrate it either. Hi, Shamiko. Thank you so much for being here. Shamiko says, night, Nikki. Chat, hope everyone had a wonderful Thursday. Hope you happy you pop up. Okay. Here for the laughs. Don't worry. I'm always watching and liking all your vids. Always supporting. Love from St. Kitts. Thank you so much. Hannah said, I want Ashley to be next low key. She kept there you go. I want Ashley to be next low key. She kept making fun of Wendy. Listen, I'm not saying I want this to happen to anybody because this is a tragedy. This is sad. I don't wish prison. Well, I do wish prison on some people, but I won't, you know, the presidency, absolutely. Everybody in that administration, lock them up. But this is just really sad. This is just really, really sad. Listen, she knew what she was doing. She absolutely served face in that mugshot. The mug was muggy. She said, find my light. Hey, Jazzy, thank you for being here. AV Bro said, hi, beauty. Let's get into it. 10:30. Oh, sorry. How much I love your commentary. Forget Mia. What's going on again? Wendy, I'm losing respect. They all faking it for TV. Doesn't Mia have money? The thing is, a lot of people do not have the money that they profess that they have. Like, that was one thing I learned moving out here in LA, that a lot of people are just faking it till they make it. Like, a lot of people do not have it. A lot of people are renting. A lot of people are doing stuff on layaway, and a lot of people are scamming. The thing about it is they scam and fake it until they actually get it. So then they can pay that stuff back. But a lot of them are like living off of credit cards and loans and stealing. It really is not what you think. LA is a very tough place to survive. It's a very expensive city. A lot of people do not have the money. And if you can see right now with this industry, the reason why you see all those celebrities doing commercials is because their money is running out. You think that these people are wealthy. Their money is running out. And they got to do what they got to do to stay booked and busy. Hey, E for Empathy. Even said, I'm not shocked by Mia, but it's crazy how hilariously dumb she is. How are you going to steal the furniture and TV? How would you not get caught? And especially with that being a luxury condo, they had cameras. No way they didn't have cameras in that building. No way. So they have you on camera stealing this furniture. Because how did they know that you moved out in the middle of the night? Unless they saw it. Mia. This is crazy. Listen, if this is how you operated before you got on TV, fine. But now that you're on TV, now that you have a following, you got to move a little differently. And also, you have means to make money from this TV following that you had. Like, how many followers does she have? Like, you have an audience. You have means to make money. She has 375,000 followers on Instagram alone. You can make a good coin off of that. There's people who have 10,000 who are making survivable numbers. Like, this was preventable, in my opinion. This was absolutely preventable. She didn't have to go this route. If this is what she did. If she actually stole that stuff from that lady, you know, She didn't have to. Like, there are ways to make money with that kind of following, ads, brand deals, the whole shebang. Like, there was a way for her to do this, and she didn't have to do it this way. Sorry, guys. My thing is glitching again for me. Can you guys see me? Mom? How am I looking? Because I'm like frozen again on my end. Oh. Y'all can see me? Because I can't. Oh, Lord. It's frozen on my end. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm never doing another video while it's raining. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Oh, my goodness. LA can't handle a little bit of rain? This is crazy. As soon as I can see y'all again, we'll start. I can't see anything. Oh God. Anyway, let me keep going with the comments. Now I can see a little something. I can't. All right, hold on one second, Star Fam. Let me fix this. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that the weather would affect it. It's just rain. Yeah.
We'll go with this one.
I had to move. It was just like the internet upstairs was just crazy. I guess it's because of the rain. It's ridiculous. In Philly, it rains all the time. Like I can't take LA serious. I can't. Anyway, this is so much better. Oh God. And I thank you, Star family, because my family was like down here cooking, and I had to like interrupt them. Thank you all for being so understanding. Yeah, it's not, guys, it's not YouTube, it's my internet. It's raining and it's just been a problem. But I guess if you go higher up in my home, the internet is crazy. But my mom and sister were like, we don't have a problem down here, so come downstairs. So here we are. We are back. Anyway, E for Empathy said, I'm not shocked by Mia, but it's crazy how hilariously dumb she is. LOL. How you gonna steal the furniture and the TV? How would you not get caught? Exactly. They have cameras. I don't know why she would do this. My only thought would be is that because she knows that the owner is in China, she was hoping that they wouldn't catch her, right? Because they don't live there and probably thought that they didn't have any community or any type of connections to really follow through with anything. But obviously they have people there because whoever they knew filed the police report and had a warrant for her arrest. So for her to have that warrant, I think there was a lot of communication that happened that she just did not take heed to. And she also knew that she had a warrant, which is crazy. You knew that you had a warrant. You're going to the airport with your child and then immediately say, call Gordon. He has the keys to the storage. He can get the stuff. So you already like, Mia, this don't make no sense. This doesn't make any sense. We have another super chat. Thank you, So Steph, for the super chat. I left my clicker upstairs because I was rushing down here. But thank you so much, So Steph. Mama Star said, Mia knows that Mom, I'm hearing feedback. Are you watching me on there too? Mama Star said, Mia knows that the furniture. Yes, you're watching me there too, Mom. Mom, you can just watch me here. Mama Star said, Mia knows that the furniture was not. Oh, you want to participate in the comments. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mama. Just watch it on mute. Mia knows that the furniture was not hers, and she said that she has the keys to the store. She knew. Why take it? What is going on? Taisha says, I wonder when was the warrant issued? Maybe she knew. The officer asked her if she knew she had a warrant, and she said yes. I would have been like, huh? I have no idea. But she said yes. She said yes. I think she's been in prison before. For probably some fraud. That's what I thought it was, but it was just the internet. I thought I had too much stuff open because I opened up some tabs for the articles. But it wasn't that. Mama Star says, it don't work like that, Nikki. She had a warrant out for her arrest for stealing the condo, and they pressed charges. How much time?
No, I said that because you were saying that why don't you just give the furniture back and and it'll be all over. No, it's not like that. They filed charges against her.
So she can't give it back and it'll be done?
No, because she stole it. And they are, it's in a storage. She removed it. It's now in the Commonwealth. She removed it from their property. Oh. And she put it in a storage. So she is admitting that she stole it. Because she said, Gordon has the key. Now she done put Gordon in it. Gordon has the key. He can give you the furniture right now, but that's not the issue.
I know that old man wish he never cheated. My God, today. Wow.
So now she's going to have to go to court and all of that.
Oh, no.
She stole it.
And she's already a felon.
Yeah, you don't just give it back and everything is Yankee Dory.
Mm-hmm. She got a couple mugshots. Hannah Violet says, some insiders are saying Dorit is next in the... What is going on? I'm telling you, Andy, your next housewife location needs to be a prison. Like, it needs to be the Real Housewives of, I don't know.
Fulton County.
Oh, my God. The Real Housewives of Rikers. Like, you have You got to do something. Oh, she was roommates with him. I heard that she was dating Bobby V. I thought it was a Mia. What is going on?
But you know, Bobby V went to jail too for the PPP loan. So,
Wait, Bobby couldn't give her $11,000 for the furniture?
Bobby V was in jail for the PPP loan. He done spent all that.
Oh Lord. So Seth, thank you so much for the information. Lies Legality Reality said
And him and RJ.
Ray J mom.
Ray J ain't getting no job.
Oh Lord. Lies Legality said, speaking of the Yosefo's, reports claim investigations have found. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about it. Lord. What? Hannah said the same way. I low-key feel like it's an insurance fraud that happened with Kathy and Sutton. Oh, look, everybody getting locked up. Mama Star said, I'm convinced the Bravo checks are equivalent to... Listen.
Everybody is trying to get
Mom, they get money. They just mismanage their funds. They make money.
They can't. Ashley couldn't take care of the kids and herself off of that money.
They get money. They just mismanage their funds. Your Ropska, hey, said, OMG, I'm just catching up on this live. Girl, not me getting arrested at Hartsfield. Oh, Lord. And what does Lars's knee have to... What? Oh, Lord. Are they coming for Larsa next? Everybody is getting locked up. Can you stand that? It's not bad though. That's crazy. But my mom was right. Everybody's like, oh, this is so much better now. Yeah, my mom was right. Yes, please. Devonda says, yay, y'all. Get those likes up in the chat. We're at 41 with 110 people watching and tuning in. Yes, get the likes up, please. And thank you so much. Hey, Coco. Coco said, just joined. Forgive if it already happened, but did you see the airport interview video? Are you talking about with Portia or Mia? OMG. Thank you so much, Christina, for the super chat. Christina said, just joined. Oh, thank you. Did you see the airport video? Which one, Portia or Mia? Because the video I had was lagging, but I think that was me. Let me know. If it's Portia, I do have the full video. Hey, Busola, thank you so much for being here. Cindy said, that's why lawyers always say when you get arrested, keep your mouth shut. Yes. I would have acted crazy. I would have been like,
Because she admitted it.
She admitted everything. She admitted everything.
So she got to plead guilty.
I would have been like, Hanzo. Stop sign. Ciao. Josie, what's up? Said Mia and Letitia from Love at the Lockup are the same person. Listen, and I don't want to listen. Can we just talk about this real quick? And I'm not saying it is Mia. I'm just saying this business that you're starting to help women, it seems predatory because it seems like you're going to be marketing this to a specific audience who trust you because you're on TV or a celebrity and because they see you have money and they are looking for ways to access the life that you have while you haven't been honest about how you have you partly right. But the way you talk about that medical business that y'all had, we all knew what it was. And I just feel like with the trouble that you have gotten yourself in, if I were you, I would step away from that business because it doesn't seem like it is. It's a smart decision. I think it's a very easy way to land you back in prison. Please, if you're not going to be right, but if you're not going to do right by these people, do not do it. Do not look at it as a way to get money. If you're looking at it as a way to help and maybe make money, okay. But if you are going after this because you think that it's a way for you to get rich quick, step away. Step away. She do remind me of Letitia. Hey, Coco, thank you for another super chat. Coco said, okay, so wait, I was thinking about the Portia video actually with the cuckoo Karen, but I also have Mia's arrest video. Okay. Hold on. Let me see what you sent me because the Portia video that I have. Did you send it? Let me know when you send it. Because I'm going to talk about Wendy and Eddie. If you have a better Portia, send me your Portia video. If it's better than the one I have, I'll use that one. Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Christina. Al Boogie said, probably could have returned the furniture before and maybe ignored the request from the owner. Now it's too late. She started talking about emails back and forth with the ladies and back and forth with the lady. She was just like, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. Gordon has the key. And I'm like, so this is not shocking to you? You knew this was coming? You knew about everything? And you still got on a plane to flee Atlanta? Girl, it is definitely the orange is the new black. Andy is just pumping out criminals. My God. The way he's performing every day, he got to have something. So Steph said, I might have been like Wendy. I had every credit card from the stores in the mall in my 20s. That was all in my name. It's in your 20s. You make those mistakes. Hannah said, Kathy and Sutton's houses were burglarized while they were at BravoCon. Yikes. So Steph said, you saw that Erica Jane, news lawyer has been stealing as well. Yeah, but the crazy thing about it is everybody signed it to Erica Jane. It's just like, oh, that lawyer stole to provide for Erica's lifestyle. Okay. She just received the gifts. That's like been Erica's argument the entire time, was just like, these men are robbing other people to take care of me. How is that my fault? I understand. I understand. She just looked bad by keeping the items that was given to her with stolen money. But what has she done wrong? All she did was hold properly. It's not her fault the man got caught up. She was smart to keep her hands clean. Brown Girl 44 said the Black Housewives are on a bad run lately. We need one of the White Housewives to do. Listen, it's coming. It's coming. NC 4713 said Mia also had the nerve to talk on Wendy's kids when she was arrested. Mia, who peddled a Who's the Daddy storyline that will forever live in infamy for her kids to see, is judging Wendy's parent. Listen, I don't think she's gonna do that again, because that karma came quick. Yoroska said, just the way you are describing me is business. It's just not. I don't. I don't think that it's a smart avenue for her at all. I'm just like, I see her getting locked up immediately as soon as she starts that business. At this point, everybody getting locked up. Everybody is getting locked up. Busola said, what's coming on this show was the worst thing that happened for me, and she keeps getting exposed very often. It seems like for a lot of the people that come to Bravo, they all have a lot going on already. I don't know why they come on this show. If they have so much felonious things going on, why come on TV? Yeah, I've been seeing him at a lot of high schools. It's a job is a job. Hey, Breezy. Breezy said, hey, Nikki, you're looking gorgeous always, and the curls are popping. Thank you so much. Kaylee said, child turning in 11th, real quick. We're going to end with Soso Steph and move on to the Ocephals. Soso Steph said, one time is a coincidence, 2 times you're in on it. Well, keeping up with the Joneses. But again, here's the thing. These people steal. That's how they get their money. They steal, they scam. It's just a lot of people are starting to get caught. But this happens all the time. All the time. What the really rich do when they get caught scamming, they just kill themselves. They just jump off buildings or take a real long trip while fishing. That's what they do. So we're just hearing about these things because it's happening to popular rich people that we know. But this is very rich. Yeah. Are they rich? This is very normal for the 1%. A lot of them don't have it. Let's move on to. They really disappointed me. I am so upset by them. Let's get into it. I'm reading this from the Baltimore Banner because everybody is citing Baltimore Banner as their source. So this is from the Baltimore Banner. Real Housewives of Potomac stars use aliases and 40 credit cards, prosecutors say. Wendy and Eddie Ocephal were indicted by a Carroll County grand jury last month on charges of insurance fraud. Prosecutors are seeking additional financial records of the Real Housewives of Potomac star Wendy Ocephal and her husband, Eddie Ocephal, that they say will show a pattern of excessive spending and support a motive in their criminal fraud case, new court filings show. Defense attorney for the Osefo said the Carroll County prosecutors were on a fishing expedition and seeking new banking records for the couple who were indicted last month for allegedly staging a burglary at their Finksburg home in order to claim losses. They want the subpoenas squashed. But prosecutors responded saying the Osefos have approximately 40 credit and other debit cards, some of which are believed to be in company names and have in other instances used aliases Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy in a deliberate attempt to mask their identity. Prosecutors also say Wendy Osefo falsely denied using PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App to pay for jewelry. Now, Wendy, you know you couldn't get away with that. Venmo and Cash App, that's what Black people use. The state anticipates seeing purchases as well as returns on financial records. Prosecutors wrote, additionally, the state expects such documentation to show a pattern of excessive spending, supporting their motives in this case. The state says that insurance fraud is a financial crime, and in that the amount of debt owed by the Osefos jointly, individually, and by the business that they own is highly relevant to their motive. Eddie Osefos' attorney, Joseph Murtha, said Wednesday evening that the requests were overly broad and strangely timed, and that the prosecutors were looking for something they haven't figured out after 18 months of investigating. He said authorities hadn't talked to the Osefos from the time of the break-in until they were charged criminally. Wendy Osefos' attorney, Murtha, Jeremy Eldridge, and Carissa Lindsley said in a statement Thursday afternoon that police failed to properly investigate the initial burglary, despite clear indications of a break-in displaying clear biases against the Osefo family. The lawyer said that the public release of the family's private financial details served no lawful purpose and called the allegations that the Osefos have used aliases on financial applications false and misleading. Such names were used for the delivery of packages following their lawful purchases to safeguard the identity of the very public figures, her attorney wrote. Circuit Court Judge Brian D. Leonardo said he would take up the dispute over the subpoenas at a status hearing on December 2nd. Let me tell you something. I think the Osefos may get their charges dropped. Here is why. They got good lawyers. And their lawyers are making sense. Because when I saw the thing about the aliases, I was just like, well, a lot of public figures use different names so that people cannot find out where they live. This is a safety issue. So I didn't think that that was a big deal. And saying that they use that their business that their business accounts for other things, and it's just like if they can prove that this elaborate dinner was a business dinner, or they were having a business meeting, if they can prove these things, I think they're going to be fine. And I think they got really, really good lawyers who are starting to make this investigation look like a witch hunt, which is what they called it in the beginning. Because if you didn't investigate the burglary until you saw them asking for excessive amount of insurance, you're kind of flawed there already. So I think what probably happened here is that the county made this public to probably try to push a jury to make a certain decision about them. If they had everything, then I don't think that Wendy and Eddie would be released, no matter how good their lawyers are. If they got like substantial evidence and they feel like these two are a flight risk, I don't think that they would have been released so easily if the case was ironclad. I didn't want to cover it because it was just dark. I honestly felt that way about the Diddy case. I was just like, a lot of this stuff is just like, how people feel about the man and that he wasn't a good guy. You guys have to prove racketeering. And that's the thing. Like, you are showing this to, you're doing a whole press conference, doing the whole song and dance about celebrities scamming or whatever, and you're not really showing much. So you got to prove all of this stuff that you indicted these people on, all this stuff, you have to prove it. And I think that's why they indicted them on so much, because they're hoping that one of them sticks. I listen. I'm not sure if they will. The lawyers are making sense. The lawyers are finding holes in the case, and it's not looking good for the county.
Right. So that's why they are trying to blast. That's why they're trying to blast their names. They're trying to blast them and take them down in the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Because they're finding out that they don't have the case that they thought they had. So they're embarrassing them and shaming them and making them look bad everywhere they go. But all the celebrities use different names for their safety.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And also what they're trying to do to them in a court of public opinion is actually backfiring. And the only reason why I can say that is because the reception that she received at BravoCon. I thought that Wendy was going to have a real tough time. I couldn't believe that she went to BravoCon. I was just like, oh, right after getting arrested, you on a BravoCon? But when she walked on the stage, her and Karen, the way that audience went crazy, I was like, oh, is this arrest actually working in your favor? She is the true testimony of what the devil meant for your bad, child. Gotta turn it around for your good. My God, today it's working in their favor. So far, we will see. We will see what sticks. We will see what the county has. But right now, it's looking like, I'm not a lawyer, but I did study under the Honorable Judge Mathis and the Honorable Judge Judy Shineland. So I know a little something. But we'll see. We will see. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Kathy said, Wendy a fool for going to BravoCon trying to prove something to that fan base, knowing she has charges in the damn near sundown county she lives in. She lived in Trump County. That's a foolish thing. I don't understand. And listen, maybe it's an immigrant thing. I don't know, but I'm just like, Black Americans will find Black wealthy towns to live in. Like, we will not put ourselves in a situation like you won't find us living in Trump country. Like we know how that operates, and we will stay out of there. Like I know, Philadelphians with some money, we don't go in them counties. They either go to Center City or they go to Jersey, but you don't go in them counties. Not smart, sis. I thought you and Eddie were more hip to it. I don't know why you would put your Black family, your African family, your dark-skinned family in Trump country. In a Trump county. Not smart. Jamie says, I have a hunch that this case might not amount to much. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. And the way Wendy is going to eat this up if those charges are dropped. Will says, I don't know who to credit, but a fan in the chat said that Nene wasn't keeping up with the Joneses. She was the Joneses. The new Real Housewives are robbing the Joneses. Child. Love Like You Are said the Othefos. Don't you dare. Got some nerve with these names. Eddie Hennessy is crazy. Again, for me personally, I don't know what they have, right? But I think I don't think that that's valid. That's very normal. That is when they said that we use those names to deliver packages and things like that. I think that's the truth. That's very, very, very normal. The celebrities or public figures, they use those names for like public stuff. Private stuff, they're either using their maiden name if they're married, or their middle name, or their parents' name. Like a lot of them never use their name for safety reasons. So they got a case. NC said, I'm just not buying all these charges. 40 credit cards? Nah, something is up. I don't believe they are that stupid. But 40 credit cards kind of makes sense for what they do, right? There are people who are not as famous as they are, or who are not even close to that, right? Who have 40 credit cards. Sometimes you have credit cards for points for this. Sometimes you have credit cards for travel. Sometimes you have credit cards just for this bill. Like, I don't think it seems excessive to us, but I think for these two people, there's like 4 businesses between them. I think that would kind of make sense. Like, it does seem to me excessive because I'm just thinking like, you know, I'm Nikki. I don't have any businesses, right? I don't know how that would change, right? And I'm literally only speaking about it, and not just because, you know, I like Wendy and Eddie, but I'm being very honest. When I was about to sign on for a show, there was so much that I had to do that was like, it was a lot. Like there were like immediately I had to get a lawyer. Immediately I had to file as a business. Immediately I had to set up my estate like this. Like it was so much I had to do immediately before I could even step on set. And so I don't think that it's odd that they operated the way they operated. Now, I think it's up to the state who has the burden of the county, who has the burden of proof. Y'all have to prove that what they are doing is not normal for their lifestyle. I don't know if they got that. Jamie said every time they meet with the housewives, it's a business. Listen. I'm trying to find out right now how my home goods trips, I can turn them into business. I already know I can. I'm just joking. Eurosa said, happy Eddie could have expanded to Eddie Hennessy. I still can get, listen, if he does that, it's genius. Genius. Because Black people love Hennessy. Just Jonathan said, all of the stuff with the credit cards and aliases doesn't change the original insurance fraud stuff. Even if the burglary was real, they still don't get off on trying to defraud insurance. True. Kathy said, 18-month investigation. They interviewed the cast, explains Ashley's attitude after the arrest. Yep, because she probably thought that Wendy was going to be locked up and the key was like they was going to lock up and throw away the key. She probably thought she was never going to see her again. That's probably why she was celebrating. That's a good that was good, Kathy, because I didn't even think about that. She probably thought she would never see her again. So that's what she was celebrating. Hannah said, I thought Eddie's business was blooming and doing well. Well, that's what they said, child. We will see. Will said, hey, Star family, Mama Star, and our real one, Nikki, you're proving a powerful need to rest too, and I appreciate your coverage. Oh, thank you so much. So Steph said, I think the release from the police today about Wendy was in direct response to her going to BravoCon. Oh, well, did she say anything about it? Because I don't know. All I saw was a clip of her saying she'll talk about it at the reunion. Ephraim Empathy said, there are so many people on Reddit who never liked Wendy who are rooting for her now. I'm happy for her, LOL. I really hope they have great lawyers. Yeah, like this, I can't believe it, but this arrest was kind of good for her image, which is crazy. Just John said, people typically get bond for financial crimes. Even Praz from the Fugees was out on bond, and he just got sentenced to, oh my gosh. OMG. Kaylee said, Bravo fans love the fellas. They do. Hey, I can't speak too much. I like Mary, and she got a cult document. Oh, my God. Get your popcorn ready for that, y'all. Breezy said, the BBL went to Wendy's head. Doctor went right out the window. Child, listen. When you get some coins, they say money change you. Just John said, by the way, did we already talk about Erica Jane and her lawyer, Boo, and the PPP fraud? I talked about it briefly because I really didn't think that she did anything wrong. If you have a different perspective, please let us know. But I'm just like, what did she do? That guy just flexed on her with that money. She ain't do nothing. Kirsten said, I bet their kids are tokens in that county too. Yeah, I just don't know why you will put your child in that environment. Why you will put yourself in that environment. Like racism, that is traumatic. Why would you want to live through that every day? Miss Brown Sugar said, Nikki, that's unfortunately not true at all. Wendy and Eddie had choices, but plenty of Black people are in danger zones because of communities changing all around them. What is this in response to, Miss Brown Sugar? I'm sorry. NC4713 said, I don't know why Wendy moved her family in the middle of nowhere. MAGA County, I would not put it past that county to set the OSFOs up knowing they'll get away with it. Oh, it happens all the time. They all come together to target rich non-white families. It happens all the time. They're always getting ran out. Hello, redlining. Since the beginning of time, especially with Black people, have been run out of towns. And they were run out if they survived. if they survive. Will said, I see too many cast and supposed fans crying about the children, but walk right into cheap shots of Theocephalus. Portia and even Mia are still humans. I'm not going to excuse them, but yeah, but don't kick them. I get you. Al Boogie said, but the delivery name doesn't have to match the credit card name. Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't. Just Jonathan said, I'm trying to make sure my calendar is open to go to the hearing. Oh, all right. Boots on the ground. Drewski said, in all honesty, them having all the aliases tells me they were in this together. OG Bonnie and Clyde style. But again, I don't think that alias thing is going to stick unless they got them like making charges to like cards with those aliases and not being paid off and abandoned. I other than that, that's very normal. Ms. Monsuga said there are plenty of Black Americans who may be the rare blue dots in conservative enclaves, sometimes for the schools, sometimes for their affordability, sometimes because their neighborhoods change. Oh, that's what you meant. That's true. That's true. But the majority of us don't do that. The majority of us live around each other, and the majority of us find community within each other because it's not safe, because that is the history of our people. We have never been safe in white spaces. Just my opinion, I don't think it's worth your mental health for the schooling, for you or your children's mental health for the schooling or the neighborhood. It is not worth it. Just my opinion. Just Jonathan said, I practiced bankruptcy law for a hot minute. Regular people have 20 to 30 credit cards all the time. It's not just bank cards. They get a lot of yeah. Listen, when I get a little coin, I'm going to have like several credit cards, but for different things. Like I want a Costco one. I wanted a Target one, child.
No.
I wanted a Target one. I will. That Marshall's TJ Maxx Home Goods card, they keep on asking me if I want. One day I'm going to say yes. One day I'm going to say yes. I got to get an American Express for trips. Like there are cards that have different benefits. I absolutely understand that. I've been researching them because when I'm ready, I just got to get over these student loans. When I'm ready, I'm getting them just for the benefits. Just for the benefits. Yoroka said, I was born and raised in Baltimore. A lot of Black children of immigrants I grew up with lived in really nice houses and places I never wanted to go back to. Like for me, it wouldn't be worth it. True, Blue. True, it's not worth it at all. Like you got this big, beautiful house and you are living in absolute fear. Crazy. And your kids are being traumatized every day at those schools. It's just not worth it. But, to each his own. Will says, yes, and that's my other issue. We have lawyers and police find these crimes, but this orange man is coming for Nigeria and hiding people. ICE agents taking 50K bribes. Where is the crackdown? Well, America was never built to hold white men accountable. So, but these Black people, these Black celebrities in this white county, they're going to get got every time. Now that's crazy if you max out 40 credit cards. Now that, Wendy, that's if she maxed out them cards, that's a little weird. Because I know you got they have to have a high limit. So Steph said if the IRS is looking into them, they need to be worried. True. What a wonderful place to be from. I say this as a Philadelphian, I think the great thing about a place like Atlanta and Philly as well, you just grow up seeing Black people do everything, right? Like in Atlanta and in Philly, you can have a Black dentist, you can have Black doctors, you can live in a Black working class, middle class, or upper class neighborhood. Like you can have it all. You can really, really, really have it all. But Atlanta is that girl. Val said, you and Rodney the Voice are both live right now. Why would you? I had no idea. I normally get a notification about his lives. Oh no, sorry, Rodney. I feel like a child of the Voice who has to choose. Don't choose. If you want to, I'll be replay gang for me. Go check out Rodney. Yoroska said, Ashley was so embarrassed down to the BravoCon. Again, because like Kathy brought it up, she was probably, a witness or giving them information, and thought that whatever she told the police, the detectives, that it was good enough to get Wendy locked up for good. She didn't intend on seeing that woman again. Judge Johnson said the state is not trying to prove what they did was abnormal. Their point is that the excessive debt provides a motive for fraud. Judge Johnson, do you think that they actually have a case from what you've seen? El Bookie said, didn't they say that the 40 cards equal tremendous debt? I am not sure. I hope she didn't max them out. Even if the business was doing well, that doesn't mean that they are clear and fully profitable. True. It takes a long time and a lot of investments up front. True. Social Self said, Wendy seems sheltered and nerdy. Now she has some street cred with the fans. And this is the thing. It doesn't help that she's become more popular now that she's done something allegedly illegal. It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
But if I can butt in here. People get businesses and get credit cards and use the credit cards for their business all the time. Eddie, with his business, it makes sense that they had a couple credit cards using them to pay the bills or whatever on his business, because his business don't seem like it's an old business. It's just getting started or a couple years in. That's not unusual.
Yeah.
They're trying to find stuff to stick on them.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is trying to expose them or scare them, whatever tactics that they use. But she's a lawyer.
Yeah.
I think he's a lawyer.
They're both lawyers. No, I think Eddie is a lawyer.
So y'all think they're right?
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know if Wendy and Eddie are right and didn't do anything. I'm just saying, from what I know, my limited knowledge, the case is looking a little shaky. And I'm telling you, so I felt about the Diddy case. I was just like, I don't think they have enough to prove this guy did these things. They're just trying to do a lot of sensationalism. But you got to prove your point in court.
Yeah, he did that stuff, but they were trying to.
He wasn't a good guy. He wasn't a good guy. He beat up, but he wasn't on trial for beating Cassie. He was on trial for racketeering, and they couldn't prove it.
And that's the same thing with these people here. They're trying to use a smear.
They gotta prove it
and show all
them lawyers things. Making sense.
But if they have 40 credit cards and they got debt, they open businesses.
Yeah,
it's not unusual. People
it's not unusual. Jamie said, "That's so crazy, child. The world we live in, where professors is despised and felons are loved." Hello, our president. Our president, child. Brown girl said, I give Wendy credit for not hiding. I would have been too embarrassed. I would not have went. Hey, Callie Steve. Callie Steve said it was 40 credit and debit cards. But either way, it has nothing to do with their charges. I think the prosecutors are painting a narrative for PR purposes. Oh, absolutely. They're trying to get the court of public opinion to turn on her. All they did was make her more popular, which is crazy. It's crazy.
What they were trying to do is backfire.
So said, what is CPN fraud? Lord. JB said, look, I'm a nobody, but I have a business too and a couple of cards for each. Yeah. Now I don't have 40, but I don't make that kind of money, but I don't think it's unreasonable. Yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree. Val said they had a beef with Target before everyone. Dear Diary said, I'm Maryland, born and raised on the Lower Eastern Shore, to be exact. As soon as I heard Carroll County, Maryland, I knew Wendy better have her ducks in order. Yep. I'm telling you, there are counties I like that right outside of Philly, when it's just like, listen, if you're going out there, have everything correct, because you will be hunted. Just John said, Wendy and Eddie made a deliberate choice to move. They're especially considering that neighborhood counties in Maryland are where the most successful Blacks in county live. PG County. That is true. Maybe they didn't know about that area. Maybe that was just something that, the Black Americans who lived there knew. But listen, whatever it is, I feel like for me, I wouldn't move anywhere where I don't see me. El Boogie said, grew up in Chicago, having mostly Black women doctors and knowing Black women professionals. We all over here, rich, middle, yeah. And that's good. Like, it's healthy, in my opinion, to see that, to see yourself. Val said, I was over there for a bit, but then I saw you were live and said, let me spend some. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Val. Kathy said, Happy Eddie is a new business under 3 years old. He's not seeing a lot of money. Yeah. Will said, as someone who parents wanted the best education, the schools can be highly rated, but those racist gatekeep. And my Catholic schools was closed for reasons. Yes, the priest. But those nuns were mean. I'm sorry. Sorry, Will. Just Shonda said, if the evidence is valid regarding the multiple insurance claims, the recording of Eddie putting in the claims, the receipts for the returned items being claimed. Yes, there is a case. Thank you, Just Jonda. Just Jonda also said Eddie is not a practicing lawyer and hasn't been for quite some time. And I think that is the reason why he got so sloppy. Because to put all that stuff in email, Tifa said we are definitely living in a different timeline with people rooting for alleged. Yeah, it's a different timeline. Will says switching back to public school was the best thing my parents did because I had Black teachers, peers, mentors who cared and pushed excellence. Amen. You know what? I was looking at Oaks because this is one thing. One thing y'all know about me. I love me some Cali, right? But I'm always looking and like researching the best like Black cities and neighborhoods to live in, and Oaks Bluffs keeps on coming up. I think I want to take a trip there just to see. Oaks Bluffs keeps on coming up. Is it good, MB? Is it good? Elboogie says, so usually company credit cards are issued under the business, so there may be 3 cards, but the cards will say company name, then employee name, not 3 separate cards and accounts. Okay. Well, maybe those different names are the businesses. Eddie is a Maryland bar-approved licensed attorney. Wendy went to law school, then okay. Miss Ronchika said, and people get cards, then consolidate or switch to a new card to take advantage. Yeah, it happens a lot. It happens a lot. Just Jonda said, I read the indictments. If the evidence that is claimed and those indictments exist, there's absolutely a case. Her lawyers are excellent in doing their job. Doesn't mean they will win. Yeah, those lawyers are great. Thank you, Christina, for another super chat. Christina says the Ocephals have approximately 40 credit cards and debit cards, some believed to be in company names, have in other instances used aliases. Yeah, Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy, and a deliberate attempt to mask their identity. Again, I don't know if they got a case there. I don't know if they got it. They better have something to show them masking that to commit fraud. Because if they can prove they were doing that to protect their identity for safety, that may be thrown out. We'll say, yeah, I'm no legal eagle, but it seemed like info leaked to embarrass because a public was needing a motive. Are we prejudiced? Are we a prejudice? A jury prejudice? Dear Diary said Maryland still acts like Harriet Tubman was the only part of the shore. Oh, Tweet, can you plug up my charger for me, please? NC said, Nikki, did you read Wendy and Eddie's joint legal statement from Instagram already? Maybe you did. I missed it. When it happened the first time? Or did they post something now? I thought they post something now. Christina would have told me. Let me go to her thing, child. Let me go to the Ocephals. I love Steve Batten shoes. You just cannot walk in them, child. They're cute to look at. Dr. Wendy Ocephal.
So steps that they posted today.
We got a joint statement, NC. Thank you, so Seth. The joint statement from the Ocephal legal team. All right. Child. At the outset, police failed to properly investigate the initial burglary, despite clear indication of a break-in displaying clear bias against the Ocephal family. The Ocephals heard nothing but silence from police for over 18 months, despite complete cooperation and requests for updates. It is common knowledge that other Real Housewife cast members have also been victimized after documenting their travel on social media, yet none face this level of scrutiny or criminal charges. We believe it is deeply unjust for the sheriff's office and the office of the state's attorney for Carroll County to publicly expose confidential financial information about Eddie and Wendy Osefo. What is most disturbing is that the state appears to have begun investigating only after charging the Osefos, which is a highly irregular approach that raises serious concerns about the motives and fairness. The public release of the family's private financial details serves no lawful purpose and only invites conclusory opinions about a case the state is obviously still investigating. The Osefos have never used any aliases on any financial applications. This allegation is false and misleading. Such names were used for the delivery of packages following lawful purchases to safeguard the identity of very public figures. It is ironic for the state to assert or exaggerate the existence of any purported debt in connection with the accomplished professional couple. Due process is paramount to this administration. Due process is paramount to the administration of justice, and it is breached by misleading the public with a false narrative has only compounded the harm. The defense is confident the court will prevent any further violation of the Osefos' right to a fair trial. Legal team for the Osefo family: Jeremy Eldridge, Clarissa Lindsay, and Joseph Murtha. They're good. They're good. Because I'm just like, are we about to get a civil rights case? Because they talking. Because they're like, why are you investigating her this way? What's going on here? And if they start looking into how the sheriff office operates, they may have a little something on their hands.
Well, we're going to have to look at, they're going to have to look at all the details, because from what was reported, it was also that they reported this break-in, and the footage, when they looked at the footage, no one broke it.
Mm-hmm.
So they originally said it was staged, and also they brought concern to the neighborhood. That's what the whole.
But again, if they started investigating after they filed charges on them for insurance fraud,
Right. Wendy and her husband.
I'm just saying the lawyers are bringing up a lot of questions and they're creating doubt.
Yep.
And if this has to go before a jury,
and they have to have it. They have to.
Because y'all studied under Judge Judy and Judge Mathis.
The Honorable Judge Mathis and the Honorable Judge Judy.
But if it has doubt, they can't convict.
Yep.
If it don't fit,
He must have quit. Andre said this happened at Morris Brown College in Atlanta, Georgia. Mismanagement. The college lost its accreditation in 2002. I was a junior in Riverdale High School in Clayton County, Georgia. My God, today. Social Stuff said they probably were playing the balance transfer game. What's that? What's the balance transfer game? 06 Van says your business credit goes through your personal credit first.
credit card to pay for nothing.
Oh, see, you can tell I ain't got no credit cards. Your business credit goes through your personal credit first. Then you start to establish business credit. Okay. Hey, Cameron, thank you for being here. Cameron said, I'm here. Hey, Nikki.Star. Hey, Star family. What are we talking about? The Osefos child and the Bravo to prison pipeline. Hey, Nicholas, how are you? I'm listening while what are you watching? Are you watching Wicked? Oh, wait. Yeah, no, it comes out tomorrow. Just y'all to say, keep in mind is that all of these court filings are public. As the discovery process continues, the documents are filed. We will learn more. That is not leaks. It's the public being nosy. Oh, they had a press conference. Al Boogie said, I feel like they might want to separate this from the burglary since the burglary is in question because of the insurance fraud. Probably best to discuss each as separate entities. True. It does. It sounds like they're ready to fight the state. And listen, they might have a case and also a great storyline. A great storyline. Lies Legality said if the Ocephals beat these charges, they're going to need to hightail their absolutely out of Carroll County. The block is hot over there now. It's going to be on fire if they make that county look corrupt. Absolutely. But here's the thing. The lawyers might start discovering stuff about that county or stuff that they've already known about that county and bring up, a lot of biases by race or gender and corruptness. So this could get messy. This could get messy. That's true. Her lawyers are probably going to have to ask, for this to be tried somewhere else. We'll see if they can even do that. Jamie said that's a conclusion before evidence. It could be thrown out based on mishandling. And honestly, I think that's where the lawyers are trying to go. I think they're trying to get all of this stuff thrown out. NC said, yep, those lawyers are good. All I'm saying is if I'm not on that jury, I'm definitely finding them not guilty due to reasonable doubt. Listen, those lawyers are casting a lot of doubt. A lot of doubt. Oh, Drewski said, no, Wicked is out today. And if you have Prime, you were able to access an advanced screening on Monday. Oh, we do. I got Prime. Oh, I don't know. I'll sign in after this so you can watch your book. I'll sign in for you, Mom. Oh, okay. Well, if you guys want to see Wicked, it's out. It's out. All right, guys. We've talked about the Ocephals enough. Let's move on to Portia.
Now I'm riding with Portia this time.
My mom said she ride with Portia this time. So, where's our girl? Portia. So our girl, Portia Williams, breaks silence after Delta flight incident, says she was verbally assaulted by unhinged passenger. On Sunday, November 16, Portia Williams was seen exiting a Delta Airlines flight in the Las Vegas airport with law enforcement. Her lawyer, Joe Hibachi, tells people in the statement that the Real Housewives of Atlanta star was verbally assaulted by an irate and unhinged passenger without provocation on the plane. Hibachi adds that Williams is cooperating with law enforcement to whatever extent necessary and remains confident that the passenger will be charged. Portia is this is what her lawyer says. Hibachi says the passenger, the Karen, then proceeded to make false allegations that were direct conflict with observations from several witnesses. Hibachi says, as with any incident occurring aboard an aircraft, federal authorities are required to conduct an investigation involving all parties to determine what, if any, offenses have occurred. Her lawyer adds that she has every intention of cooperating with law enforcement. A spokesperson for the FBI Atlanta tells people that FBI Atlanta is aware of an incident on a Delta flight on November 16th, allegedly involving Portia Williams and or at least one other person. We are looking to see whether any federal charges may or may not apply. A representative for Delta also told TMZ that 2 passengers were involved in the incident and that flight continued on and landed in Atlanta as scheduled. All right, so that is a report. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is the video. Oh, Lord. I think this one is about 5 minutes. I think this is it. Let me see. No, wrong one. Sorry. Move it. This is the right one. Oh, yeah, that's it.
So the lady who was sitting next to me, I was on my phone and the volume was up on the phone. And she turned to me out of nowhere and she said, so you're going to make me listen to that the whole flight? And I said, well, do you want to? And she said, no. And I
She will
said,
make you listen to her?
am I going to make her listen to my phone?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I said,
This is before we took off.
yes, even before we took off.
So you guys were in Las Vegas when that happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
The plane was on the ground?
Yes.
The door was shut? It was, okay.
No, the door wasn't shut yet. People were still boarding.
People were still boarding?
But you were
okay.
texting me. When
Oh,
people
okay, I
were still
couldn't
boarding.
tell.
Okay.
Okay. So she was like, you know, are you gonna make me listen to that the whole time? And I said, well, do you want to? And she said, no. I said, well, it was a nicer way to say that. And she said, bitch, you don't tell me bitch. And I was like,
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just telling him what happened.
I'm so sorry.
And so it's all
If
right.
there's anything I can do to help
Yeah, you were sitting near us?
I was.
Yeah, I was just telling
I was
him.
there and I heard it was unreprehensible. The
Yeah.
woman got in your face and gave you the middle finger.
Yeah.
And was doing things that were completely chaotic
She
to you.
was. She started
I'm
screaming.
sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm so
okay.
sorry.
It's all right.
That's why I'm asking if you're okay.
Yes, no, I
wouldn't
appreciate
be.
it.
I wouldn't be okay.
I mean, you know, I don't know what she's claiming. She's gonna press charges saying that I hit her. I'm like, I did not hit you.
I mean, you want to continue? You want to continue, ma'am?
Sorry.
Can you excuse me?
Oh, okay. Can I get your information? Can you get her information as a witness?
Sure.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I was sitting 2 rows back. She did not touch
No,
me.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
You saw everything that happened?
Yes.
Yes.
The guy's
You want
seat had his seat reclined before the flight even took off, and I saw the entire gap. She did not touch
You
me.
didn't touch her.
She screamed.
You hit me in my face. I can
I
tell
said
you.
I
I
hit you
can
in your
tell you.
face.
She
Yeah.
did not. I could see her.
I can write my info down if you want.
say-
Okay. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm not very good, sir, and you?
Good. I'm Officer Brumant. I work with the Atlanta Police Department.
Great.
So I heard about the incident that happened, but I haven't heard your side of the story.
Why didn't we hear my side of the story first, sir?
Well, I had another officer
Oh, okay. Well,
spoke to you, but I just want to hear it
and do you
personally.
think it's proper to me tell you the whole story where everybody's sitting around here, they can all hear it?
No, ma'am. If you want to be private,
I
just-
think we should be private,
Okay.
sir. This is an assault
okay.
matter.
You want to come over?
Yes.
It's
I sat in I was sitting in my seat. She was the last passenger to come on board. So when she came on board,
Atlanta, Georgia is in the eastern
she said, I'm in that seat. I said, no problem. I jumped up, got far away from her so she had plenty of room. She had to put stuff in the upstairs thing. I understand that. Took plenty of time. Sit back down. We never spoke other than that. And after about 25 minutes of her on Instagram, full blast, every time she would flip, because apparently it was from a loud place, I jumped because it was so loud. And so I waited 25 minutes, give her time, let her do whatever she needed to do. And then I said, am I going to have to listen to that the whole time? And she said, do you like it? And I said, no. And she said, well, I don't like the way you asked me. I said, don't put this on me. And the next thing I know, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically attacked. She had her, I don't want to do it to you, sir. She had her hands in my face, screaming, calling me crazy, on and on and on. So now the flight attendants can't come help me because they're strapped in for this takeoff. My phone is sitting against my leg on my lap. So I take it to video to try and protect myself. And as soon as I go like this, she takes her hand and goes like that and throws my phone, and everybody sees the phone go down the end of the whole airplane, and the flight attendant told me he saw her knock it out of my hand. And that's assault. And I'm 70 years old.
So she actually knocked the phone off your
You're
hand?
damn right she did.
Okay.
I didn't drop it.
All right. All right.
But here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid she's going to have me killed.
So can you do me a favor? Can you write me a statement of what happened?
I certainly can. I have it written down in my phone.
Can you just jot it down on this bit of paper? You want to sit somewhere private over here?
I love you. I like you.
Tale as old as time. Tale as old as time. Shout out to the white allies. That drunk white lady and that white dude. Shout out to them, because it does not matter that Portia's on TV. It does not matter that she has money. She is Black. What Jay-Z said. Still what?
Still nigga.
I'm not rich, I'm OJ. Okay, it does not matter because that is not only is a white woman, it's an older white woman. So her word holds value over what actual reality because of the stain of racism and the transatlantic slave trade that is over the United States of America. So had it not been for those two allies, Portia would have been locked up. Portia would have been locked up. And I don't care how Black Atlanta is. Georgia's a red state. Portia would have been locked up had it not been for those two white allies. And I would not be shocked if that lady was at BravoCon. That gives me fan. The way she was acting absolutely gave me fan. And that is why the Osefos use aliases to get stuff delivered to their home, because it's always people like that. That woman weaponized the police against her. She went from, she put her fingernail in my eye, to she knocked my hand out of my phone, to I think she was going to kill me. Why did she tell the police that? Because she wanted, she escalated it because she wanted that police officer to either harm Portia or kill her.
Okay, I don't agree with the lady, but I do think that it's rude. Someone who travels all the time.
No, here's the thing.
Rude to have your
no, Latoya, you cannot justify that.
No. I'm just saying. Normally, the flight attendants, the staff, they ask you.
Should have said something.
That's what I think. I think that. Let me tell you, I do not agree with people having their things loud for everybody to hear. I actually do not want to hear what you're listening to. But I think that she went about it. She wrong. Says this as someone who is notorious for having phone calls on speaker. Yeah, around my family, not on no flight. We don't want to hear your conversation. I understand that, but I'm just saying on a flight. But I think that she went about it wrong, and that's where Karen stuck. No, I don't believe that's what happened. Well, listen,
because she
Mom,
said,
hold on, it's somebody else's.
She listened to her for 45 minutes.
No, I think that
that's not what happened.
I don't think it was 45 minutes, but I do think it was a long time. But I think that she had a problem with Portia from the time Portia stepped on there, because she pointed out a few things that would make me think you already had a problem with her because she's in first class and she's on your level, and you have a problem because a few things stood out. She said she was one of the last people to board. Okay, she might have been in the lounge chilling. I'm one of the last people to board. Leave me alone. Then she said, and I waited for her to put her things up. So, okay, now you got a problem.
I stay far away.
I stay far away. So that's like, okay, now you're giving me weirdo. Then now you're like, it's like she was picking something. So then she, Portia and her had the same story with, she said, well, how long am I going to have to listen to that? Which means that she was annoyed because Portia did not have any headphones. Now, I feel like at that moment, the lady should have contacted the flight attendants and said, would you mind asking her or giving her some headphones or something like that? But when you take it upon yourself to address me, now that's when we have a problem.
Here's what happened. We are in a season right now where races don't have to hide. Right. We have a president that is a full-on racist and is just in embracing the racism, the stain of racism that is on America, and people who have had to hide their hatred for everybody that is not white now are emboldened to do that. So what happened was that demon of hate that was in that lady found a target, and she felt that she could be open and honest with her hatred of this woman, and she felt as if she would be protected. She did not know that there were two white allies who was waiting for the police so that they could protect Portia. What happened was that racist saw this beautiful Black woman who was probably escorted onto the flight, because that's normally what happens with a public figure. Everybody is boarded first, and then the public figure is brought on to the flight, probably escorted. So not only is she black, she's beautiful, and she got status more than her, and she's getting preferential treatment. And then she's also probably reacting to everybody else on that plane, reacting to who Porscha is. So she was looking for anything to take the wind out of her sails, because that's what racists do. They like to harvest the energy of the person they are trying to make feel inferior. So she wanted a moment to make Porscha feel less than. And Porscha gave her a window when she was playing her videos without a headphone, because the lady was looking for something. She was looking for something. And when Porscha played that video, she said, "That's my moment to show her that she's inferior to me." But what she didn't realize, and what happens with a lot of racist white people do not realize, that their privilege can be bought. Because in this situation, the black girl got more privilege because she's more known. The two white allies, I'm hoping they would do that for any person, not just somebody on TV. But I also think that it was a way for them to also be acknowledged by this, pseudo celebrity. Because even when Porscha was leaving a flight, everybody, "Oh, we love you. Like, so that was their moment to get close to her. That was their moment to talk to her. And I also think that they were just doing the right thing. But in this moment, her privilege couldn't be hers. She had fans, she had allies, she was more protected than that lady. Now, what I'm hoping that happens is that lady is actually charged for lying to the police, and that Porscha sues her, because this lady wanted her to either get assaulted or murked. That is why she wanted the police called. That is why she faked and said that she was assaulted. Carolyn Bryant, they lie often, all the time, which is why our elders say, stay away from there. Don't go nowhere with those people by yourself. Don't go at all, because it's just the history of a certain community. And had she not had the protection of celebrity, she would either be locked up or gone. That is how evil it is. And that is what that lady wanted to do. That's why she kept on escalating, because she wanted them to see her as dangerous, because she was intimidated by her, because she knows she don't look like that. And then she saw how everybody on that flight treated her. Jealousy, envy, it breeds in people like that. And she couldn't hold it in. I hope she gets locked up. And I hope Porscha sues her for filth, because that lady tried to cause harm, and she tried to do it by way of the police. And I'm telling you, I know that there are non-Black people. There are non-Black people. There are children. There are poor people. And there are people of the who are part of the LGBTQ community who have been harmed by that lady. She just found the right one. But she's been able to do that before, and she's done it successfully. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Black bodies in her past. I wouldn't be surprised. She definitely gives me the setup girl. Tell that thirsty Black man in the 60s that you want to go to the woods and have sex with him, only for your brothers and your daddy to show up and lynch him from a tree. She absolutely gives that. In Georgia, of all places. But that's what we're dealing with. That is the reality. That is the reality. Thank God she had the protection of celebrity, because this could have ended very differently for her. Mm-hmm. So sad. Those are my thoughts. What do you have to say?
Well, I want to say that there was some discrepancies in the lady's story, because first she said the plane was pulling off, and the flight attendant couldn't come over to help her because she was strapped in because the flight was going off. Then she said Porscha was on it for 45 minutes. she was on her the Instagram was on for 45 minutes. Now, how is it 45 minutes and they're strapped down?
Yeah.
They're not strapped down for 45 minutes.
Yeah, she was lying.
Clearly, she was lying. And then she said, when Portia came in, I stay far back. What do you stand far back for? You don't know this lady. What, you had an issue, and you didn't realize that you let them know that you had an issue with a black woman sitting in first class. That's what it was. That's what the whole problem.
That's exactly what it was.
Portia, she's extra.
Yeah.
So she came in, she's putting her things up. She got her things,
and she probably had the whole airport, the whole plane. Like, Portia, can I get the? And that just made that lady sick.
And all that, yes. And that woman wanted to find the issue.
Yep.
That is why you had those two allies said she wasn't wrong. This woman, they saw she was wrong, and they stood up. And that's what we have to do in this country. And I thank God for them that they were there for her. And Portia was very smart. She said, "Let me get y'all information."
Yeah, because she gonna sue that lady.
Yeah, but also she know that woman gonna try something.
Yeah,
so she want to be prepared.
Get
there, because she said, "Oh, she tried to. I think she's gonna have me killed."
She's gonna have me killed. That I think that she's gonna have me killed is her subconscious, because that's what she wants to do to Portia. So she's speaking out her own actions, her own thought process.
I'm glad they had her on camera with her statement as well, too, because the lady had a problem with him. She said, "Why didn't you take me first? Why didn't you take?"
Oh, she sure did.
Yeah, because when he came over, she was cussing him out.
Yep, she sure did.
Why did you take her statement?
Because he obviously had an accent, and it seems like his skin was brown. She didn't respect him.
No, he was brown, and she said. He said, "Well, I sent someone else over here." No, you should have came over here. The woman had a problem, and she's racist, and she showed it. And this is why she's going to lose with all that. She had her finger to my eye, and
it went from she had her finger to my eye to she threw my phone to I feel like she's going to kill me.
Yeah, she's going to have me killed.
But everybody, all the witnesses say she never touched you.
But Portia's going to win. And Portia needs to sue her socks off of her because the woman had a problem with her sitting in first class in a black woman. And she did not like
this is why I say, this is why for me, I'm always like, I get that we want to, come at black celebrities because they should be doing more. And I get it and I understand. But this is why I always say they have a very different experience, guys. I get it. Yes, Beyonce, she's a billionaire. I understand. I get it. But I'm just like, they are not the problem. Let's fight the real enemy. Because no matter how much money this woman has, that lady said, "Oh, you're not sitting next to me."
She's still seeing black.
No matter how much beauty, how much power, still what, mama?
Still nigga.
Jay-Z
said that. I'm just repeating what he said.
It doesn't matter. Your money does not matter. You will still get the black experience.
Some people are just evil.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because we had a very clear distinction of what's happening in the white community right now. You have this white woman who is ready to end this woman's life over a pure lie just because of her hatred and envy for black people. And then you have two white people, one drunk out of her mind. I love it. She was drunk, but she was still in our line. She was like, "Oh, nothing happened. I'm so sorry. What? She didn't do anything." And to the cop was like, "Oh, excuse me."
You could get 2 bottles of liquor.
She was drunk, but she wasn't that drunk. She said, "I seen it all." And that white guy was like, and he even told the cop, "You need my information because she's lying."
Yeah.
Clear distinction of what's happening right now in America. Another civil war, child. What do you guys have to say, Star family? Sierra said, "I love these type of alabaster people." I love the both of them. I loved it because I'm so thankful that they did that. I'm so thankful, and they didn't even know. Like, it wasn't for, there wasn't anybody around. It was just literally talking to the cop. That guy said to the cop, do you need my information? Letting him know I'm going to be a witness to this foolishness. Absolutely not on my watch. And you know what? Probably these people are examples of people who probably don't speak up. But now because everything is just getting like so pushed to the forefront, people who never spoke up before are like, no, I'm going to inconvenience myself to protect you because this was wrong.
Yeah, because
this was wrong.
Because they see that America has changed so much. We have lived in this country and we had differences, but we did not go to extremes.
We regressed a lot.
We have, and people are tired. Mm-hmm. They have setback on both sides of it.
And that white guy said, "This is my moment. Yeah. Do you need my information?" Right. She's a liar. Judge Johnson said Portia was wrong too. The passenger was a Karen, but Portia was rude. She basically admitted it. She did not put her phone on silent. The woman called her on it. Portia was shady. The woman went crazy. Absolutely, but nothing.
Portia wasn't trying to kill the woman.
Yeah, Portia shouldn't have been playing her music. Nothing that lady did was warranted.
Yeah,
that was nothing that she did was warranted. There is no excuse for her behavior. She was looking for a moment to harm her.
And then she asked Portia, and Portia said, "Would you want to hear it?"
Yeah, because
she was being smart.
I believe the way the lady asked her was nasty too.
Yeah. And she said, "Would you want to hear it?"
A soft anger turns away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
That's right.
She wanted conflict and she got it. Will says, so yeah, all that to say, the political motivated attorney general have a playbook. Oh, about the Osefos. If guilty or not, child, we will see. We will see. Kiki said the lady really could have acted nicer. Like, who just says it like that? She was nasty, and I know she called Portia a B. I know she did. I know she did. Well, because she wanted to escalate it to the point where the police would execute Portia because she felt unsafe. Yeah, I'm telling you, that lady is from the deep south, and she is used to that. She has done it before, and it has been successful. Yeah, they were riding for Portia Van. Ephraim said, these are true white allies. They were so ready to tell the truth, especially the white guy's taking me out. He said, do you need my information? He wasn't waiting for the cop to ask. He said, I'll wait right here. I don't have to catch my next flight. Van also said, you can tell by how she started talking to the police. Yeah. And you can tell by how she started talking to the police that she was the aggressor. She was ready to fight him. Mm-hmm. Drewski said, Portia Luther King is being reactivated. Ciao. Miss Brown Sugar said, but I do wonder if the fact that it was Portia mattered, whether people knew her by name, they may have gleaned that she was important. Hopefully, Keisha from Southwood. Yes, absolutely. We'll get the same support. Absolutely. Miss Brown Sugar said, you 25 minutes and yet you were still started to jump. A liar. A liar. Right. Thank you. So Steph said, rude don't mean you can lie on me and say, you might kill me. Excessive much? Rude isn't a crime. A false report is. Absolutely. That's what somebody said. They said that Portia was watching clips from Bravo. God. Kiki said, mind you, I don't see nobody coming for this Karen's defense. So yeah. If everybody is saying that she's the problem, she must have been giving that flight hell. And that's a long flight from Vegas to Atlanta. She must have been giving them hell. Yep. First class. That's why she was pissed. That's why she was pissed. Yes, and already had her statement written, which lets me know she's done this before, guys. Yeah. She's probably a serial killer by way of the police. She has done this before. Jamie said, I'm sorry, I know I'm wrong, but when the white people vouch for what happened to you, was probably LA creatures. Listen, you're not wrong, you're accurate. Miss Brown Sugar said, I'm on Portia's side against this one, but also, girl, where are your headphones? I get that, but what I'm saying is, she was absolutely wrong for playing at her phone without headphones. It's rude. You shouldn't do it. That lady was looking for something. She was looking for something. Yes, exactly. And thank you for saying that, So Seth. Seth said, F that Karen. I'd be rude to her too. Portia knew what type of time she was on. I absolutely agree, because I think before that moment even happened, that Karen was trying stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if Portia started playing on her phone just to ignore her or whatever. I feel like she was trying something. I think from when she came in late and she said I was staying away, she was probably making a big deal about her coming on, saying things under her breath, and Portia never acknowledged her.
Yeah, I was going to say, as somebody who has been around Portia a lot, Portia probably was not paying that lady no mind.
She wasn't.
Portia was probably in her own world, and that lady was working herself up for no darn reason. And even when, you know, she made the comment, Portia probably was like, well, do you want to listen? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just being Portia, that's just her. But the lady took it too far. The lady was trying to be white privileged.
She was looking for something.
Backfired. I think that what she wanted, it backfired. She thought that everybody was going to come to her and thing, and this and that, and it backfired. And you are right. It is a blessing that those people vouch for her, because unfortunately, sometimes we don't get that. And then it's us against them, and then people believe their side over ours. So I think that this worked out for her, because, you know, you don't want, she could have ended up on a no-fly list.
Yep.
Even though this was not even her fault. So.
Thank God for witnesses. Val said she was acting up so bad though. People in the other rows could hear and see her. Yep. She was acting a fool. Just Jonathan said Nikki, Portia admitted that it happened. That time may have been exaggerated, but Portia admitted that it started with the phone. Just Jonathan, we're past that though. We're past that, because we're not going to excuse that lady's excessive behavior for Portia playing a video on her phone.
Right.
Like, that's just not okay. Like, we cannot get excuses for their evil, right? We can't be like, oh, well, this person was afraid because you were wearing a hoodie. I'm just wearing a hoodie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to keep on giving that lady, I don't want to give her an excuse because she was looking for a reason.
Yeah, and also she did not follow protocol, because protocol, if you have a problem with another passenger, you tell the flight attendant.
Yeah.
So she's saying,
and also keep in mind they're loading onto the plane.
Like, but also first class, give me a break. I don't want to hear it. First class, some people cater to them. If
exactly. But also they weren't in flight. Yeah, they weren't, you know, like, I don't like that either, right? But when you are getting onto the flight and there's all kinds of commotion. You have people on their phones calling their family saying, I'm about to leave. And, I be on the phone with my mom praying and, and now if Portia was listening to loud videos throughout the flight, which would never happen because a flight attendant would address that, it would have been handled. This lady was looking for a reason. So I don't want to put too much on Portia listening to that video, because we don't want to justify the reaction. The reaction is what we're going to focus on, because that was absolutely ridiculous, evil, and demonic. She wanted the outcome to be that lady's life being taken. And that's what we have to acknowledge here.
And we know that just because of her commentary, and even her last thing with, I'm scared. Like, give me a break. You're not scared. You just wanted it to be in your favor, and it didn't work out. And you got to realize these are people's lives. Because see, that's Portia, right? That's Portia. But a regular person, maybe they might not have gotten that.
A regular person couldn't have survived that, Karen.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's the scary part. She's done this before.
Yes.
And because she was so bold with how she went about it, that lets me know that she was successful to the non-white people she's done this to. Or white people. Them races, they terrorize young white people too. Not a white child is safe in their presence. Kirsten said, Portia had the volume up before takeoff. I think until you're in the air, it's fair game. Same. I feel the same way. People are having phone calls. Yeah, I feel the same way. Jamie said, yeah, she was watching her. She wanted to make an issue. Absolutely. From the beginning, she was looking for something.
She didn't appreciate her coming to sit.
She didn't appreciate her being in first class. But you know what's so funny?
Child.
That lady probably didn't even pay for that first class. She probably got it bumped or something. You know what I mean? Portia was probably the only one that really paid for it. They're always like that. They never have the money that they're trying to flex on other people with. They never really have it. I would not be surprised if she got upgraded or something. Kiki said, I think if she had approached Portia nicely and say, would she be okay if you turned the phone down, please? Portia probably would have did it. It's not the way you say it, it's how you say it. Yeah, I think so too. But I also think that there was no way if Portia responded nicely, that Karen would have gave her the same reaction because she was looking for a reason. She wanted her removed. Right. She wanted her removed from the plane or removed from her. And when that black body didn't move, she said, well, okay, well, I'm gonna get the cops to remove that black body from this planet. That's how evil this is. Will said Portia was being rude. How once you can wait until the flight attendant is there or simply ask or ma'am have headphones. She also dropped that phone. They weren't taking off. They weren't in air. And I don't think she would have done that. JB said, I think she was annoyed before the headphones. Yep. And would have had a problem anyway. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, here's the bright side of that. I'm glad that people are letting us know who they are. Thank you. Don't live in secret. Let me know who you are so I can stay away from you and not fund your business. Hello, Target. I'm never getting up off of you. Kirsten said this woman was annoyed. Portia came in late and made her move, was annoyed she was in first class and was annoyed about the phone, and her hate came out immediately. Well, here's the thing. Portia wasn't late. She said she was the last to board. That don't mean she was late. This is the thing. One thing about them planes, they're not waiting for anybody. So if Portia was late, she wouldn't have made that flight. Oh, yep. That's what it was. That's what it was. It's the same as, oh, they whistled at me. It made me feel uncomfortable. BY said Karen felt entitled because she is white. She's used to the white card. Absolutely. She was looking for something. Hannah said it was eating her up that a black woman was sitting next to her and had the audacity to not listen to her. Right. Not only was she black, she was beautiful and she was getting special treatment. That ate her up. That ate her up. No matter how much money you have, it does not matter. That skin does not protect you from their hate. It does not. I hope she does. I hope she does. Kirsten said Portia came in last and definitely made an entrance. Yep, that woman crashed out. She sure did. Sure did. Will said, why is that so dark? But Phil said, realistically, this was not the first time she had an issue that turned into a voice tremble. Say, I thought she might unalive her. How? With her nails and in first class. Yep. Listen, if she felt like that cop didn't believe her, that lady would have cried. On cue, Kiki said, yep, she ain't like that. She didn't like that they didn't ask for a statement first. She expected her white privilege to help her. Yep. Kirsten said the longer video said she tried to take out her phone to film Portia, but she dropped it. Yes. And lied and told the cops. Yep. Son Shanero said the Karen wanted Portia to act up and play victim. Yep. That is why our elders always say, do not engage. Do not engage. And that's why we, the 92%, have been able to be so successful during this movement, because if we engage and give them our energy, they will find a reason to harm us. You cannot engage or not cause to harm us. You cannot engage. Yep. BY said, I think that Karen looked for an opportunity to spread jealousy, insecurity, and hate. This Karen will continue to be a problem. If Portia doesn't press charges against her, she lied to an officer. That's the thing. I hope that Portia lawyers up and she does what she has to do, because this lady needs to be taught a lesson so that she may never do this again. Because I think the next non-Black person is not safe in her presence, because she didn't get away with this one. So she's going to be looking. She's going to be on the hunt now for her next victim, because she didn't win this one. So she's not satisfied. She needs to feast on somebody. She didn't get this one, so she's looking for somebody else. And that person may not have, probably most likely will not have the celebrity or money that Portia has. Mm-hmm. So that's why you When you are in those rooms, when you have the money, when you have that platform, that's why you have to speak out. That's why you have to pursue it to the furthest extent of the law, because somebody that does not have your celebrity, your status, your money, or your power will not survive a Karen. Gibby Shelter said, this isn't an out for Beyonce. She actually is in spaces with the same oppressors who will call the police. She is cozying up with neo-Nazis at this point, because what are Trump's and Bezos? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, why are we starting with her? It doesn't make any sense. There are so many Black celebrities that are problematic. Everybody's cussing out Nicki Minaj, rightfully so. Y'all more angry at her than the president that is declaring war in Nigeria. Like we do this all the time. We go after the easy target because that could be touched. No, put in the work that our ancestors put in and go straight to the top. That was my point. L Boogie said, I love that the white drunk ally. I did too. Cindy said the way that women feel so comfortably saying she was afraid, because she's done it before, guys. I'm telling you, she's done it before. That's why it flowed so easily. Those lies flowed so easily out of her mouth, because she's done it before and it's worked. It's worked. Kirsten said, we're in a fascist takeover. All high roads are closed. Screw these people. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're in the thick of it. She absolutely was the aggressor. Even the witnesses said that. Miss Portia said, exactly, Sister Toya. That woman was antagonizing herself while Portia was having a vibe. Yep. And she hated it. She hated it because she could not bait her. She hated it.
That's what it was. She could not control the situation. Yep. And Portia,
and nobody was on her side.
Yeah.
So she got this whole plane.
Yeah.
Everybody telling her she's wrong against this Black woman. Oh, she is frazzled.
Yeah, she said, why didn't you come over here and talk to me?
Jamie said, we can't even say it was a reaction when she was watching Portia. Yep. Cindy said, notice how that Karen made it a point to say that say to the police the attendants weren't able to come help her. Yeah, she's saying that because it seems like everybody on that plane was chastising her. So that's why she wanted the cop to talk to her first. Hey, Alma. Alma said, wait, what's the Karen and Portia situation? Can I get a 30-second summary? Oh, basically, Portia was on a flight and she was in first class. Karen did not want Portia to sit next to her. So she crafted this story that Portia assaulted her and was about to kill her. Thankfully, there were witnesses who spoke to the police on Portia's behalf. So that is the reason why Portia is not sitting in a jail cell right now. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the fight the real enemy. She is absolutely a problem. Easy target. Go after one that's going to be some work. Gibby Schultz said, I don't think that people are only mad at celebrities. I think they're a deconstruction or exception for celebrity and holding them responsible for who they associate with, which is great because that leads to the end of celebrity worship and celebrity culture. And I think that's where we need to go, especially if we're going to have class consciousness. So I don't mind that. Let's end with Onyeka. So our girl Onyeka I think she was on Colton's season of The Bachelor. She is on TikTok going viral right now for a story called The Danish Deception. She is talking about how she was deceived by a European man, a Danish man, who told her that he was an Olympian and royalty, but he had no money. And she believed him because we gotta be honest. She believed him because he was white. Like we gotta be honest, Onyeka. We gotta be honest. And the only reason why I'm saying her name like that is because the Nigerian girls have jumped into the chat and they're saying that she's not saying her name correctly because she wants to say it she wants to say it in a way that makes it easier for her white counterparts to pronounce. So anyway, She's doing a 25-part series where basically she talks about how she met this man and within a month she was loaning him $6,000, although he was an Olympian, allegedly, although he was royalty, allegedly. She has never been to this man's house, met his family only a few times. He has, in the time of them being together, he has borrowed almost, I believe, about $500K from her and her family. She married him without her parents considering her, without her family knowing. And she said that she is putting this 25-part series. She says she was doing it because she wanted to protect other women and because she wants to, get her story out there. How this story ends is that she does not leave him. He leaves her. And she wanted to make the relationship work, but he decided that the well had run dry and he no longer wanted to be with her. So after he married her and got a green card and conned her out of a lot of money, he decided to divorce her. So that's why she came and told the story. Now, I'm going to show you just a clip of the first part, and then I'll give my thoughts. Oh, Lord.
The Danish Deception, Part 1. Okay, so it all started in June of 2022. I was in a place in my life where I was working 2 jobs. I was working like a dog, and I knew I needed a break. So I reached out to my friend, Sarah, who was living in Germany at the time with her husband, and I said, let's take a trip. Let's go somewhere in Europe. And she was so down, and we were trying to decide where we wanted to go, and we decided to go to Hvar, Croatia, because we wanted somewhere that was like a cute local town that was by the water, but it wouldn't be as crazy busy as other places in Europe. And so we decided to go to Hvar. We flew to Split first, met there, took a ferry over. And at first I was just so amazed at how beautiful this place was. And so the first night I was a little bit jet lagged. So we kept it very chill, grabbed dinner, then went back to our Airbnb. And the next morning when we woke up, we had literally 2 things on our agenda, and that was to eat and drink and be by the water. And well, I guess that's 3 things, but yeah, eat, drink, and be by the water. So we went to Hula Hula, which if you've been to Hvar, you've been to Hula Hula. It's this beach club that's very well known there, and it's right on the water. And we're laying in day beds kind of off to the side, minding our own business, sipping mojitos. And I look up and I see this very attractive man. And the first thing that came to my mind was, this man looks like he is walking straight out of a Calvin Klein ad. And I'm telling you guys, 6'3", blonde hair, blue eyes, chiseled skin, so tan, muscles everywhere. I was definitely taken aback. And I feel like it takes a lot for me to really double take a man just based on his looks like that. And 100%, I was a little bit just in awe. I didn't even realize that he was like with a friend at first. And so I'm still minding my own business, keeping it chill. And he looks over at me and he says, how are the drinks? And I said, the drinks are wonderful. We're just sipping mojitos. He said, should I get us all around? And I said, absolutely. Number 1, he's cute. Number 2, who wouldn't want a free mojito? So I said yes. We got a round of drinks and we're sipping our drinks and we just start small talking. And I asked them where they're from. And they say that they're both from Denmark. My ex was living in Copenhagen, and then his friend was living in a smaller town called Aalborg, which is north of Copenhagen, and that was actually my ex's hometown, that his friend was still living there. And so we were just small talking the whole time. We didn't really talk about a whole lot of things. It was just like, where are you from? And just basic things. But they were asking us, what's your plan for the rest of the trip? And we told them, we're doing a full day boat excursion tomorrow, and then we're going to dinner tonight at this place called Dalmatino. And he said, oh, how's the dinner spot? And I was like, I don't know, but I got recommended by a friend to go there. And he was like, okay, well, maybe we'll meet up with you guys again later. And I said, sure. So we're getting a little bit tired, so we decided that it's time for us to leave. And so as we're leaving, I decide to make a bold move and just ask him for his Instagram. And obviously I'm trying to be a little sly, so I asked him and his friend for their Instagrams. And we exchange Instagrams. We get into our taxi to go back to our Airbnb. And we're literally en route to our Airbnb. And I get a DM from him. And he basically said, "It was so nice meeting you. Have fun at Dalmatino. Maybe we'll see you guys later." Didn't read anything into it. I just was like, it was fun to just have a conversation with a cute guy. And so we go back to our Airbnb. We get dressed. We get ready for dinner. And we're like, on our way to dinner, and he is like messaging me about the restaurant and asking us details about it. I didn't like think anything of it. But we sit down, we're having dinner, we have a spectacular dinner, and we're finishing off the evening with our desserts, AKA espresso martinis. And I'm sipping my drink and I look up and I see him and his friend at the restaurant. And they walk up over to us and I'm like, "Oh, hey." He's like, "Yeah, like they're a little booked up, but they said they can like seat us in like 20 minutes. I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, we're about to be done, but you know, we'll go grab a drink. Maybe we can like meet up later." And he said, "Okay, sounds good." So it was kind of awkward timing because we were finishing up dinner while they like hadn't even been sat yet. And so we went to a bar across the street and we were grabbing drinks.
So that's just the beginning of this. First off, I just want to say this is a really sad story. It's really sad because I see in the comments, you know, the lack of discernment and just the way this man was able to manipulate her and her family. I do think that it was wrong for this man to scam her and con her. I also think that at some point, Onyeka and her family have to take a bit of responsibility for the foolish decisions that were made. But here's the thing. She's young, and I think that this is like, I don't think she's been in many relationships. So she was just very unaware, and I don't think she was properly prepared to be in relationships, because that happens with a lot of Black women in general, just globally. We're just not prepared to date. We're not prepared to just be out there in the world and really learn how to experience men outside of our community and outside of church. So this seems to be like a global problem with Black women. We're just not prepared for what is out there. And the thing about it is, in the beginning, when she was discussing this man, two things happened. One, when she mentioned that he was 6'3", blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and tanned, I knew that he was, whatever he wanted to do to her, he was going to be able to do, because she sees him as a standard for her. In her mind, he is a prize. And the minute a woman sees a man as a prize, she's done. She's done. If you are not seeing yourself as a prize for that man, and you are seeing it the other way around, you're done. And then also, not just for seeing him as a prize, also she was seeing these other things about him that society has made a prize. His height, his skin color. He's white. He got, not only is he white, blonde hair and blue eyes, Hitler's dream, right? Because Hitler was the one who said that that is the standard of white beauty. So in her mind, she's thinking she's hit the jackpot. I got a 6'3", blonde hair, blue-eyed white man that in the beginning is not interested in her. She pursued him. So for her to feel like not only did she pursue, but he reciprocated, that made her feel special. So immediately he had her, common sense was out the door, and whatever he wanted to do to her, he could. Because later in the story, she talks about how they went out, she blacked out and hit her head and was seizing, and he was right by her side, and the hotel staff, the restaurant staff was helping her. And I'm listening to this young lady's story, and I'm like, she doesn't know this man drugged her. She still doesn't know. She still doesn't know that that man drugged her and was trying to get away from her. But what happened was the restaurant staff made that man stay. And when she came to, she was so happy that he was still there with her, not knowing that if it had not been for the restaurant staff, that man would have disappeared and she would have never seen him again. And even when she's still telling the story, she's still so enamored with him. And then you get to the end of the story, you realize he left her after he stole from her, lied to her, stole from her family, lied to her family, embarrassed her. She still wanted to stay with that man and make it work because she thought that she had a prize. No matter how deceitful he was, no matter how horrible he treated her, no matter how much he made her lie to her family and her friends for him. This man even had her borrowing from friends, not just family members, friends, to fund his life. At some point, I honestly believe she knew what it was. But she'd rather stay in that relationship for two reasons. One, he was white. And two, she had a man. She is a kind of woman, and this happens all the time. That's why you have to decolonize and decenter. But she is a kind of woman who sees men as the prize. And she felt so special to even be chosen by this bum, by this scammer. Because although he wasn't necessarily what she would have wanted, or what her family would have wanted for her, she felt like she still got some kind of prize. Because here she is, this dark-skinned Nigerian woman, Nigerian-American woman, and she was able to bag a white man, 6'3", blonde hair, blue eyes. The way she talked about those descriptions of him, that was honor for her. That was the wealth. He didn't need to have the wealth. She didn't need to have physical monies. She was going to give that to him because she valued his skin color and his status as wealth. And that's what happens oftentimes. That's what happens oftentimes because it will be like, even with this story being out, with this man is scamming or whatever, he will still scam again. And he will still get more opportunities because he's a white guy. And there's going to be some woman just like Onyeka who looks at him and sees, oh my God, this white guy likes me. And he is able to benefit from all your insecurities. It doesn't just happen with race. It happens with size. It happens with social status. All the movies that is put into our mind as teens, the fairy tales where the prince gets the poor girl, makes her into a princess. Everybody was going up for Meghan Markle because, oh my God, the Princess of Crenshaw, this actress from LA, got a prince who was interested in him. Why? Because he's white and he's wealthy and he has this status and he has this honor. Only to find out that girl was going through hell and didn't want it, but he wouldn't let her go. So that's what happens. You get into these situations and you see that it's wrong. She tells a story where she's just like, he did this and he did this. And everybody's just like, you didn't see it? She did. She didn't want to see it. Because although, again, he didn't have the money, he was white. He had the skin color and he had the status. And she did not want to let that go because she also doesn't want to say it, but we all know it. She felt special being chosen by a white man, especially one that other white people would find attractive, or especially one that would be attractive in the white community. And then somebody who is attractive in the white community also has money and is royal and is an Olympian. Of course, she didn't research those things. Why would she? She trusted him because he's white. Why would this white man lie to her? Why would this man who she put so much into not be who he said he was? She didn't want to, her guard was down because not just because he's white, but because of where he stands in societal status. And also because she didn't want to break the fantasy. She wanted to stay there, and it was good. Even when he wanted to burst her bubble, she begged that man to stay. And she would still be here because the page, her page now that she was telling the story on, it was a couple's page. It was a page with him and her. And she wanted to make that fantasy work. She was so happy posted up with this guy, even when he was stealing from her, even when she found out that he had a gambling addiction, even when she caught him in several lies, she still posted up on her Instagram and her TikTok with him. All already knowing that he's a liar. But she would rather keep him in the lie of her life than have him leave and have to sit with the fact that she paid a man's way. And that she, as a Black woman, a Nigerian woman, paid a colonizer's way. To have to sit and deal with all that, you'd rather just stay in a relationship. And she's not alone. Many women do that. Rather stay in a relationship than to prove people who told you not to do it right. Rather stay and suffer in that relationship than go at it alone. Rather be miserable than single. She is not alone in that. She is not alone in that. One thing I will say, far too many flags. Now, I get a lot of people are saying give grace because you don't know, this could be you. I can sit here right now and tell you, this will never be me. Because the minute a man asks me for money, I'm out. I'm out. And the thing about it is, he wasn't even asking for her money in the beginning. Of course, he was manipulating and playing her, but she was begging him. She was begging a man to loan him money. That will never be me. I can honestly say that. I do feel bad for Onyeka, though. I really, really do, because she told this story. Her and her friends now. Her friends are getting involved in it. Her family is getting involved in it because they thought that this was going to be a Risatisa. She even admitted it. She said, before she even told the story, she said that she wanted a Risatisa moment. Like she was hoping that this would be her Risatisa moment. She didn't realize that the reason why so many women were standing behind and writing for Risatisa and gave her so much popularity is because she was victorious, right? It's because she was investigating and asking questions. And, you know, it's because they could relate. But so many women, yes, are like this, but so many of us are not and cannot relate to this. So it's not getting the same reception that she wanted. So her family's jumping in, they're telling their side, her friends are jumping in, they're telling their side, and they're all really, you know, confused by the reception. But I just think that the reception is not the same way as Risatisa, because one thing, that was a different time, and that was Risatisa's time, right? That was her moment. You can't recreate somebody else's moment. So when you go out there hoping to get the same results as someone else, you got to be prepared for that not working and backfiring on you. So she did receive a lot of critique, but I also think she received a lot of praise. But this happens often. You focus on the critique more than the praise. I deal with that myself as well. So she focused on the critique more than the praise. And then she did a video about how Black women are being mean to her. And that just didn't go over well. And I'm just like, girl, just stop talking. Get the views, get in a creator program and just stop talking. But I honestly think she told this story for two things. One, to humiliate that man because he did not stay with her. And two, to profit off of this because she got a lot of people to pay back. She got a lot of people to pay back, and she has, you know, put herself in a bad financial situation supporting this man. But life is about lessons, and this was a tough one for her and a hard one for her. I hope that she learns from this and is not in this situation again. But I think she probably will end up here again if she does not decolonize. If she does not decolonize, she's going to end up here again. Because although there are women watching and being like, oh my God, girl, what is going on? There are also scammers, white male scammers watching as well. And they see how easily you are able to part with your money. This might happen again if she does not do the work. You gotta decolonize, mama. Because you are, you in them trenches deep. But that's all I have to say about our bachelor alum. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. And mind you, she didn't do any research until he left her. She would have had that man's baby. No, knowing all of this, she would have stayed in that situation. She would have stayed in that situation. Yeah, Miss Brown Sugar said, protect other women and try to hit a lick and make some of her money back. Girl, we see you. Yeah, and listen, I'm not mad at it. Lisley Golly said, where are the black folks getting all of these monies to be given to poor white folks? Where's the know-how? Well, she's a real estate agent in Houston, but it also seems like her family is doing well as well. Because her parents always had money to give to him. And again, the parents got to decolonize as well. Because I have to be honest here, guys. A Nigerian man couldn't have did this to her. A Nigerian man couldn't have asked her for money, and she stayed. Her family would not have loaned a Nigerian man money, and that's just the God's honest truth. Her family wouldn't have loaned a black man of any culture money. They got to decolonize. He was able to scam that entire family because he's white, and that's real scary, y'all. That's real scary to be African and not wary of a colonizer. That's scary. How are you that welcoming? Let's do better. Let's do better. And the thing is, he left when he got another chick. And she's mad about it. Because there's one part where she talks about the new girl that he's with. And she says, oh, his new woman looks like a hooker. A white hooker. Because I bet she's white. She's still mad about it. Which lets me know, if he ever came back, he will. He probably will. When he ain't got no more money, he probably will. He probably will. Y'all gotta decolonize. It's life or death. And this is to the Ocephos. Get your kids out of that neighborhood. Get your kids out of that neighborhood. This is a result of raising your child around people who do not look like them at all. At all. Poor thing. Poor thing. He could scam her again. Like, are we using Hitler's, like, Hitler's description is how you're describing a man you want to be with? Ay. Yeah. Couldn't pay me to tell that. Take your L's in silence. I'll make my money another way. I'll build my platform another way. Not telling how a man scammed me, taking it to the grave. Taking it to the grave. Oh, you know what? I didn't know how I could do that. I'll try to do that the next time. Alma said, mind you, he's giving the mask. Yeah. Ciao. Cameron said, I feel so bad for women. Sometimes is that it was I wish it was a planet that only women could go to, that us men are not allowed. Yeah. I know. Over it all said, I'm so confused by the lack of discernment. This is like the Risa Tisa, but with a broke right man. Young ladies, please don't be desperate. These men aren't worth it at all. At all. At all. And all older women, the one piece of advice they will tell young women, don't get married. Don't get married, child. Leave them and alone. Live your life. Bang them and bounce. Emelina said, how can you believe someone is rich if they're constantly asking you for money? Well, this is the thing. She begged him. She begged that man for her to give him money. He kept on saying, oh, no, scamming. No, it's okay. I don't need it. It's fine. Oh, no. But he would do this thing where he would need money around the time that he was supposed to come see her. So he would say, I can't come see you because I need money to pay these things. And because she wanted to see him, she would say, oh, I'll pay for it so you can come see me. Paying a man's way is crazy. And a white man at that, crazy. Crazier, girl. Love like you are said, and mind you, almost every person that she brought him around got scammed. Yep. And here's the thing. Them friends is better than me. Because after your man scammed me out of money, I'm no longer friends with you, and I'll see you in court for my coin. Her friends that got scammed by him are doing videos like, oh, we got deceived by the Danish deceptor. No, you got deceived by your friend. You trusted him because you trusted her. Why are y'all not mad at her? I would not be talking to her. And every time I see her, it's on site until she give me my money. They are crazy. Yeah, this was a setup from the start. B.Y. said this was a setup from the start. He saw her as a mark and a debit machine. There are no consequences with men like this when the men like this act out. Here's the thing. She pursued him. So she's not being very transparent with how she went after him in the beginning because they met them and walked away. They say, hey, what's up? Welcome to Europe, and walked away. She went after that man. And I'm telling you, the way that he was pursuing her, he was just like, oh, this is an easy lick. This is an easy lick. She is not being transparent about how this relationship started. Now, if he comes out with his series, The Nigerian Deceptor, I'm going to believe everything he says. Because I know, especially when he tells about how they got together, I know he's telling the truth about that. I know he's gonna be like, I didn't want her. I kept on trying to break up with her. She wouldn't let me break up with her. She kept on giving me money. She would cry. I'm telling you. So this is the thing. When she was telling this story, I was like, this is so risky. Because if he tell his side, you will be outnumbered. Them white girls that's blowing you up right now are going to believe him instantly. For the same reasons you found him attractive and trustworthy. They think he's trustworthy too, more than you. If he ever tells his story, his side of the story, she's cooked. She's cooked. Immediately, with just knowing him for not even a long time, gave that man her passport information and $6,000. Oh, it's 25 parts. 25. Yasmin said exactly. How did her family not smell bull? My family, this could that's what I'm saying. This could never happen to me. Let me tell my family, oh, I had to he asked me for $6,000. They jumping me, then they gonna jump him.
Period.
Like my family would never. I can't loan a man $5. You do something like, oh, it's disrespect. He asked you for money, girl. Lies Legality said, I don't know this woman. Don't watch The Bachelor, but I know her archetype.
You into conservative.
Yes. I see what she's chasing. I can hear it in how she tells the story. She's a victim and a problem. Perfect. That's exactly what I felt watching this. I was just like, you are a victim and you are the problem, girl. Well, she did come out and deny that, but she is following Candace Owens. So that confirmed for me everything I needed to know. Deborah said she was trying to buy him. Yep, she'd be with him till this day if he didn't end things. And we just have to be honest. I don't think that this is a Black immigrant thing, a Black first gen thing. I don't think it's an African thing. I don't think it's a dark-skinned girl thing. I don't think it's grew up in a white neighborhood thing. I think this is just low racial self-esteem 101. We see this in so many people of color. We see so many people of color taking people who have the most privilege of everyone in the Western nation and paying them to be with them just so they can have a smidge of their privilege or be a witness to it up close. It's so sad. And honestly, it starts at home. It honestly starts at home because of her family didn't protect her. Now, her friends, I'm a ride with them. I'm going to give them an excuse because they trusted him because they trusted her. Her family, her father, how did he let this go? How did you let that happen to your child? Because the way she thought about that man is the way you thought about him. She thought she had a prize, and you thought that she had a prize. You were so happy to give your daughter over to a white man that you did no research on him. And that is the sad part. She was not protected by her own father. Wow. Nobody protected her. Her own family. They were all, we loved him. He goes to meet her family, tells his family, to her family he's an Olympian. Nobody looked that up. If that happened to me, I'm dating a guy, he tells me he's an Olympian, my sister's gonna be like, how you spell your last name? Because she's immediately looking that up. But because he was white, they didn't do the research. They did not care. Because they saw him as a prize. And that is the problem. Because it's going to happen again. She's an easy lick.
Easy lick.
It's going to happen again. And the family might get scammed again.
Welcome to America.
Having low racial self-esteem, especially in this day and age, deadly. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Val said, women across the rainbow be getting scammed by these men. Absolutely. I done seen too many true crime docs to put all this on us Black. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Women in general, it happens all the time. Men get scammed, especially the rich ones, scammed easy. Especially new money men, easy. Because a lot of people don't want to admit that there's a part of you that wants to be conned. Like you see it. You know, this person would have never approached you had you not had money or had you not had a certain status, but you still participate in a relationship with them, knowing that had you not had those things, they would not want you. That's why a lot of athletes. That's why I just be like, listen, date your type, right? Don't think that you as a woman giving that tender-eyed man a chance that he's going to treat you better, because he's actually going to hate you for liking him, because he's thinking that you like him for something else, that he has, not his looks, and that's not him as a person. So he's going to punish you because he can't punish the other women that rejected him. Date your type, ladies. Date your types. So Steph said, we were taught to keep our head in the books and our legs closed. So we are very naive when it comes to dating, when we really get out into the world. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jamie said, OMG, I pray she gets the therapy she needs. Same. Amma says, my thing is, it's not hard to get another white man. They're everywhere. Easy. Easy. Just John to say, you nailed it. She thought she won the ultimate prize. It's so sad. The vestige of slavery, white supremacy, and patriarchy are still Yep. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. It's a mental prison. You are on a mental plantation. L Boogie says she absolutely knew what it was long before he left her. Absolutely. Guys, had he not left, she would still be there. The way she speaks, he left her. The way she speaks about him, beaming. She still wants that man. He can come back today and she will take him back. And it'll be a 25-part series of how I got back with my ex. Ephraim said, I bet there's a touch of the sunk cost fallacy in it for her. She might have also figured that she's in this deep already. She might as well try to make it work. Yeah, happens all the time. Thank God she didn't get into this mess with kids, right? Thank God she got out of that mess child-free. But then this happens with many women, and then a child happens, and they stay for the kid. Over it said, I think this is maybe the difference between Black Americans and diaspora Black people. I don't think they understand the white community the way Black Americans do. You are the prize, not these men. I think what the difference is, and I've spoken about this a lot. I always say, like, if you are immigrating to America, your best bet is to check in with Native Americans and Black people, because nobody knows this land and how to survive its hierarchies better than those two communities. If you come here already looking down on the indigenous people and the people and the enslaved Africans, and are not even just looking down, just thinking that they're not relevant, you're going to have a hard time in the good old US of A. My God, today, if you don't understand the blood that was shed for you to even be able to set your pocketbook down here, you're going to have a hard time. But again, because a lot of these people are not, are not from here and don't grow up or don't have any history with this oppressor, right? They think that this oppressor is different. This oppressor is not the British oppressor, right? This oppressor is not the oppressor in Jamaica. This oppressor is not the oppressor in Nigeria. And we're just like, no, it's the same. It's the same. But you, for some reason, you convince yourself that this oppressor is different. And I don't know how that happens. I don't know how that happens, and I don't know why, but it's just like, now listen, I'm not saying a white man couldn't scam the Black American girl. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. We see him on here crying. We see it, but there's normally like a certain type of Black chick. It's normally a Black chick that, you know, kind of grew up around that and wasn't really prepared, you know. But this is not just something that just happens to first gen women. Happens to all of us. Well, not me. You know what I'm saying, right? It's just, I don't think it's just a culture thing. Like, men scam, men lie. Give Me Shelter said, if a white man ain't supporting me, how Nick support? First of all, I have never. No, it's a good thing. If a white man not supporting me, how Nick supports Landry, I don't want it. Okay. That's the thing. I have never in my life paid for anything with a man. Never intend to do that, right? I expect to live for my life to be enhanced if I'm with a man. If I'm making that sacrifice, right? I expect for my life to be enhanced, especially if he's white. What are y'all doing getting with a white man you got to support? That's crazy. That's crazy. You with a broke white man? He got all that privilege and he ain't got no money, and you still think that he's a good choice? His own community don't think that. Girl, because why is he available to you? Because the women of his community, anyway. Al Boogie said, maybe it's my inner city bougie upbringing that leads me to not trusting anyone. Oh, it's absolutely the inner city. We don't trust nobody. Overall said, all ladies, you are the prize, not these men. I feel sorry for her. Me too. I feel sorry for her to an extent. Because at some point, you knew what it was and you still stayed. So at some point, he stopped being a singular villain. and he had a partner in his crimes, and it was you. Because you knew he ain't had no money, you knew he was a liar, you knew he had an addiction, yet you still asked your family and friends for money. Your hands ain't clean, Onyeka. Be Wise said her smile gave her away. So unfortunate. What are we teaching our daughters and sisters? Absolutely. The minute he asked me for money, the attraction leaves my body. Because what you, huh? Can I borrow $5? Oh, okay. Well, I'm a go. It was nice. So Seth said, a man that loves you won't even bring up any money. Yeah. Even if he ain't got it, he won't find a way. Val said, I always say I'm the perfect candidate for stage 1 of a con cold situation. But once it starts getting weird in stage 2, I become the girl who asks too many questions. Oh, you have to ask questions. Absolutely. Will said, wait, I want to check my doors and I come back to crazy stories. Is this a black woman get? Child, sure is. Alvin says, the thing about Risa Tisa was that her husband's lies were way more convincing and elaborate. This guy is begging for money. Yes. Yes. He had his whole family in on it. Everybody was lying to Risa. Alvin said, it's always rubs me the wrong way when black women who are inspired by white culture only call out black people for being mean. Feels like Karen, but I digress. It is. It is. Immediately. My family would have. You don't Google these men?
Hey, it's hard around here.
You don't. I thought she wanted his Instagram to Google him. You just wanted his Instagram to look at him? Oh, no, child. Oh, yeah. She would still be there had he not left her, Robin. Just Yonda said, I'm surprised she didn't have his baby. Low racial self-esteem is there. It's sad. Ephraim said, hey, Star fam, thanks for supporting your girl, Nikki, and remembering to hit the like button and share the live. Yes. Nonsense behavior said, and she's also second gen to have some decorum. But again, it's where you raised your children and what you are teaching at home. This happened to her because of how she was raised and where she was raised. The family ain't innocent. Give me a chance to say you are so correct. Colonization has messed up our minds and our communities. An African, Black Caribbean, and Black American would have been scrutinized by her parents. Ugh. As soon as he ain't got no more money, and he gonna come to her, get the money, and spend it on him and his hooker. Give me a chance to say him and his new white boo are laughing. I'm telling you, I know they're in their chat watching these videos, cackling, spending her money. Hate to see it, but sometimes the most important lessons have to be learned the hard way. And this is another reason why you take your L's in silence. I'm not talking about abuse or anything like that. But when you know that you got played, just take your L's in silence. Because this ain't hurting him. This ain't hurting him. The men are going to watch this, find him, dap him up, ask him how he did it. The white women are going to find him, congratulate him, let him know that she wasn't worthy of him. The hooker girlfriend laughing, her friends in her group chat laughing with her about her. He is not going to be harmed in this. If he tells his story, he will become more popular. I'm telling you right now. If him and the hooker, if they tell their side, they are going to become more popular and get opportunities she can't even imagine. And again, she is enhancing his life yet again. Yet again. Just John said, dude probably isn't even Danish. Oh, child, he probably from Jersey. Kaylee said she definitely gives delusional because how he pop up at the restaurant or was reverse sister. Just foolish. She would believe it because she trusted him. She immediately trusted him. She saw a white man and said, "Oh, I'm gonna trust him. Everything he tells me, I'm gonna believe." Let a Nigerian man tell her any of that stuff. She would scrutinize it. Her family would scrutinize it. Put that man through hell just to be with her. Delusional Barbie. Val said, people like that are a liability. Have all kinds of dangerous, crazy people around you, and you're thinking they cool because why would your friend bring you? Yep. I would not be friends with her after this. Friendship over. You are not safe. You are not safe. Jamie said it was clear he didn't want to be with her. What man that wants you is not going to have money? Exactly. Love Like You Are said when his Danish friend who also got scammed by him told Onyeka that he thought she was in on it because she was Nigerian, I wanted to chew glass. And do you know she moved on from that? I would have been like, my story would have been like, and after he picked up his teeth from the ground, we both went to go file a police report. Like, what are you talking about? I thought you was in on it because you're Nigerian. Excuse me, who you talking to? Who you talking to? But that lets me know that unfortunately, she is that black person that the white people who make those jokes, that's the black friend. I said it to my black friend and they're okay with it. I say the N-word all the time and my black friend doesn't care. That man just insulted your community and you just moved on. That happens a lot, doesn't it? It happens a lot. L Boogie said, I met up with a friend today off rip and he was like, so what do you think about another friend's new boyfriend? Apparently the general consensus is he's Basura and folks are contemplating an intervention. Real friends. Real friends. None of my friends can come around and tell me, hey, can you got $5,000 because my boyfriend needed it. We're all going to be like, girl, dump him. And no, we don't have it. Just Jonathan said the white girls are somewhere thinking he would never do that to me. Yup.
What girlfriend is coming to you asking for $5,000 for her?
Ridiculous.
Girl, if you and Mr. Ugly don't move.
Kaylee said, giving him her whereabouts in one night of crazy. That's how he knew he had her. She was so thirsty for him. He was like, this is an easy lick. He, like the way she tells this story, she does not realize she's letting us know he had been trying to break up, get away from this woman every moment every chance he got. He was trying to get away from her. She would find him. She would chase this man down. She wanted this to work. Indigo said, this is embarrassing. As a Nigerian girl, she knows about 419 scams and got scammed anyway. I would never give a man a red cent ever. Absolutely. Period. Cameron said, I can't even get my friends to give me $100 and her friends were giving him thousands of dollars. What am I doing wrong? Well, I'm not white with blonde hair and blue eyes, child. Just crazy. Listen, when I got to that part of the video where she said they got married, I literally clicked out. I said, I'll come back to this tomorrow because I can't. Because I was finding it so hard to listen to the story because I just became increasingly annoyed by her. I was already annoyed from jump when she said 6'3", blonde hair, blue eyes, tanned. What the hell is tanned? Dark, was he dark? Like, what are you talking about? I was already annoyed from jump, but I was sticking with her. And then when she said, and I married this man, I'm out. That's all they wanted. He could be a scammer. He could be a bum. He could be abusive. But he's white. A mental prison that they put themselves in. Just Jonna said, I can't think of one friend or family member who would loan a mofo. I was nobody. Not like that's what I'm saying. People are just like, it could be you. No, it could not be. Because even if I'm dumb like that, my family and my friends would never allow it to happen. They would ruin it immediately.
And beat you up.
Okay, it beat me up. Kaylee said they're okay with being conned because the person is fine, attractive. Yep. Or they feel like they have some sort of status that they can benefit from. Kirsten said there is no excuse to follow Candace Owens ever, but especially not in 2020. Yeah, when I saw that, I was just like, that's how you got conned. That's how you got conned. Because why am I here? Why am I here? Ciao. Love like you all said, right? Because I'm not going to be under a bridge with... When I found out she was under the bridge with a white man. That explains so much about Ashley. That explains so much. Social Steph said, I feel sorry for her because her low rich self-esteem has made her delusional. Yeah, it's a dangerous place. It's a dangerous place to be. You better find some pride immediately. Said, I wonder how much she gave away in the end. Like, I want to know the grand total. I think she kept on, the numbers kept on going back and forth. And I was like, girl, I wouldn't be surprised if she's still giving him money. I wouldn't be surprised. Immediately. I don't care how much I was in love. As soon as you ask me for money, I'm out. I'm out. And she was like, well, he was paying for stuff half the time. Girl, he was paying for stuff with the money he got from you. She would give him like $6,000 and then he would book a trip and be like, let's go here. And I'm like, you didn't ask him where that money was coming from. If you just loaned him $6,000. He was flexing around the world with your money. Foolish. Social Steph said, I Google every man I talk to and I put their phone number in the spot. Don't be giving away our secrets. I also search court. Yep. Do you search sex offender sites? You got to do the whole thing. Oh, you got to do the whole thing. Oh, really? Claire said her sister is also married to a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man. Well, there you go. There you go. So Steph said, if my friend has a man, they know they cannot ask for a loan because why do you have a man in the first place if he's... There you go. Jamie said, when I was married, I refused to allow my family to give us a damn thing. My ex is biracial, adopted by well-to-do white people. They could help. My fourth generation from slavery family was not allowed. Period, Jamie. Period. Robin said, how did he end the relationship? Because I don't think I can watch all of TikToks. The last part of it, I think he like got on the plane and just left and said he wasn't coming back. I forget because it was so many freaking parts and I kept on stopping and starting because I was just getting like, here's the thing. I would say if you're going to watch it early so you can go for a walk and do something fun after, because do not watch it and go to bed after watching it because you're going to wake up angry. You're going to wake up having so many questions. It's such a frustrating experience. At least with like Risa Tisa, what I could get through, it was like juicy. You know what I mean? This was not juicy. I just felt bad. I just kept on feeling like, why isn't your family protecting you? Like it was just such. She wanted it to be Risa Tisa so bad. This was not it. This was a disappointment. Oh my God. Oh, Shar said, I just got home from my worship night. I'm gonna be a part of the replay game, but God bless and good night, Star family. I know that's right, Shar. I know that's right. Oh, wait. Star family.
She just came for worship. She is not putting that in spirit.
Hold on. We've been here for 3 hours?
Yes.
Child, it's time to go. L Boogie said, I always think of that old Chris Rock bit of him picking up his underwear as a woman and walking away because the man talked to himself. Oh, yeah. Clear says she was never going to break up, divorce that man. Never. Somebody said she's only making this series as a way to punish him for leaving her. And I agree. Yep. I just cannot fathom that he's the one who left her. Absolutely. We were. It did not feel like 3 hours. But let me get out of here, child. Let me get out of here. Anyway, Star family, let me take down Onyeka and the scammer. Poor thing. Thank you so much for joining me. I do have a live scheduled tomorrow. It's a reality TV chat live. I'm going to do another one, probably earlier in the afternoon, but it all depends on my Thanksgiving prep, child. I got a lot going on. Got a lot going on. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you're replay gang, give me about 15 or so minutes and I can put the timestamps in the video. We had a little technical difficulties in the beginning, so give me a little second to get the timestamps up. But thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for something else. Good night, good morning, wherever you are. Never trust a man. Okay, well, no. Research the men. I will say that.
We love
research the men. Research the men. Oh, E for Empathy. The reason why I didn't do a Married at First Sight live, because isn't it over with? I saw them doing reunion stuff. Do you guys still want to talk about it?
Yes.
Okay. If you guys still want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. But I thought it was over. That's why I haven't said anything about it. But if y'all want to talk about it, we will. Why not? Because I feel like I'm just going to be doing, because next week a lot of shows are going to be like on reruns, so there's going to be some open spots for discussions, because nothing is going to be posting anything new, especially after Thursday. There won't be anything new, I believe. I could be wrong, but I don't think that, like, especially for like Thursday shows and stuff like that, I don't think they're going to be showing anything new. So maybe Friday we'll be back here, but I know next week we got a couple of other videos. But if I have some time, Friday may be it, because I'm not doing no Black Friday shopping in person. Maybe I'll stop by World Market. We'll see. We will see.
We can't do no shopping.
Oh, we're boycotting?
Yes.
You told them that you're going to be talking about on Black Friday.
Yes, Black businesses. I didn't. Yes. Okay. So there's no Black Friday shopping. I'll be in here. So we'll do a live because I'll be home. We're not going anywhere. But good night. Love you guys. Give me about 15 minutes to put into timestamps, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.